Because I'm afraid.
Yeah, well, you should be.
I am.
Anyway, huzzah! We're
Huzzah,
finally
huzzah.
live again. So for today, it's gonna be the usual at this point, isn't it? I'll be drawing. I'll be focusing on finishing up some Patreon art.
Yep.
Because I'm running a little bit behind. It's okay, it's for this month. It's this month's stuff. I just like to be prepared. And will you be house building today?
I will be house building today, yes.
Okay.
I think I will be focusing on the gummy house today, actually. I've been doing this sparkling beverage house.
Yeah.
While we've been offline in my little spare time. Bits and pieces. So yeah, they've got like a modernist vibe going on.
Yeah.
But today I will be working, I think, on the gummy house, which I think is going to be very much like a cute, cuddly, pet-friendly type, you know, dog-chewed kind of house.
Yeah.
That's the goal anyway. We'll see.
Mm.
Right now it's a box.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, that's my job today.
It's a good
job. Yeah.
You may want to turn up the music a teeny bit.
Yep, a little bit, because this is what it was last stream.
I know, but
How's that?
yeah, that's
Too
better.
teeny?
Yeah, no, that's good.
Okay. Cool.
At least for me.
Well, it
So
doesn't
everybody
matter because it'll be gone on the VoD
Yeah.
unless I've done something wrong.
I'm gonna
set a timer so
Yeah,
I
you need
remember
to
to
set-
save.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it tingles. There we go.
Right, so give me 1 second. I just realised I need to grab some ref. Yeah, I know.
Français.
I know. Because
France.
why are you like this?
You cannot draw without the reference. Le reference image. L'image de référence? That's probably some kind of offensive.
Yeah. Yeah.
All kinds.
Oh my god. I figured I'd just quickly change something on Twitch while I was at it. And it's like, oh, you want mobile Twitch, don't you? I'm like, no, I don't.
Well,
Why is everything wrong? Why is
on your
everything full
desktop.
screen? Give it back. I don't know why I suddenly switched to that. Don't sigh at me. Oh my god, get to your
Get to my house
building.
building. Okay, boss.
Yeah, also like today, like I said, like if people drop their favourite Pokemon, I'll try and draw it. Can't make promises, but
Do
I am.
Do I get to drop my favourite Pokemon?
Fine, who's your favourite Pokemon?
I don't know.
You see, this is why I don't ask you things. Like, every single time with Pokemon's like, oh, I don't remember.
I don't remember. Who's my favourite? Who do I use every single freaking time?
Eevee.
Oh yeah. But Espeon is a really boring choice. Everyone does Espeon like all the damn time. I don't know what I like. God.
Well, maybe by the end of the stream you'll actually know which one you want.
Oh, yeah, Mischievous.
How do you... Is it like Mystery Office or is it like Mystery... I don't know how to pronounce
I
that
always
Pokemon.
call it Mischievous.
Mm-hmm.
Like mischievous. But like
Yeah.
mischievous. But maybe it's not. Maybe it is like mischievous.
I don't know. Like, your
I'm sorry. I was just remembering my Espeon because of the whole pronunciation thing.
Uh-huh.
And the fact that to this day, every time I have an Espeon, I call it Magic-A. Because of that song. The tattoo song that was like Malchik Gay.
Yeah.
And I was like, I know in my heart that they're singing about gay boys. I know that's what that means. But I was like, yeah, but if you just say like Magic-A, that's like a really nice name for like a psychic Pokemon. So I called my Espeon.
Yes.
Magic-A.
I remember
And
now.
I
You
still
told me.
do,
Yeah.
with like all the funny spellings, like a CK and an AE at the end.
But
and-
it's kind of got...
It's a really
doesn't
pretty
really embrace-
looking
Yeah.
name, but I look at it and I'm like, I did still call you gay boy. Kinda. In spirit.
Yeah. And it's always a female.
It's always a female called Gay Boy.
That's just...
I love her.
Mm-hmm.
All my Magicays of yore. But yeah, I don't know, Misteriavus.
I'll try. I've never drawn
You
her,
actually
really.
don't have to. I just remember that's one of
Yeah, no, I like her though.
It's one of my
I'll do that
all-time
way.
kind of.
I'm gonna add it to my list.
She has some fun evolutions, or is it? I can never remember.
I don't think she actually has any evolution.
Oh, she has one, doesn't she? Or like, I mean,
No.
the Pokemon isn't just a standalone, is it?
Yeah.
It's got like a no, because its hat changes.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
I swear it. The hat.
As we can tell, but ghost Pokemon are not my forte. I know
Yeah.
they're super popular.
I
Oh
love
yeah,
them.
Miss Maggie.
Miss Magius, yeah.
Yeah, no, that was really cool. I
They're
like that
both
one
really
too.
funky. I like them. In fact, if
Yeah.
you would prefer to draw Miss Magius, you may. I love
No,
Miss
both
Magius
are good.
also.
Yeah, no, I keep forgetting. Like, this is the thing with me. Like, a lot of people like ghost Pokemon. I just...
Yeah, which I get.
She's
you
really
don't
cute,
have
though.
to. Yeah, she is. They both. Like I said, when I first the first time they appeared in a game, and forever after, I have to really remind myself
Yeah.
not to keep using my favorites over
Yeah.
and over again.
Yeah, but that's the real problem with Pokemon, right? Like, you get... Well,
You get
it is.
attached to them.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, exactly. At least that's my real problem with Pokemon. Like, yes, I will always end up using the same ones.
Yeah, which is fair. I think it's valid.
But that's what I really like with Black and White, because you couldn't do that, and then everybody started screaming because they couldn't use their same Pokemon that they always use. I'm like, yeah, but you can get to use
That
all
is
these new
part
ones.
of the joy, I do think. Yeah, using like ones you've never used before.
Yeah, at least I think so, but I guess
But
most people don't.
it is really, really difficult to remind myself that that's what I need to be doing.
Yeah, honestly, I set up proper challenges, like, you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah, that's true, you do.
I do stupid Pokemon challenges.
You do. That's fine. Ugh. I like this knot. Yeah, it's gonna
What
have
is
to be
this?
this one again, isn't it?
Which house are you working on today?
Grapes.
Oh yeah,
Grape
grapes.
gummies. Yeah.
What's the inspiration gonna be like? I forget. Already.
Already.
Dude, I have to...
Fuzzy kind of pet kind of.
Oh yeah, Fuzzy Pet, that was it.
Yeah, like,
To
you know,
match her jumper.
to match her jumper, which, by the way, at the moment, she's wearing her winter outfit. I gave her this excellent cardigan.
That is pretty good, I have to
This
say.
is Miss Grape Gummy. She's checking her phone. She's fine.
Frozen in time.
Frozen in time. That's okay. She's all hungry. She can stand there for a bit while I make her an house. Did I? Yes, I did put a second floor on, and no, I didn't put wallpaper on it yet. I learned that if you haven't given them wallpaper and carpets, they get upset.
Yeah.
That was why Blueberry Jam the other day
Was having
having
serious upsetty.
concerns
Yeah.
about her new house. Like, I'm not sure I like this.
I mean, it makes sense. It's like, oh cool, I can see the skeleton of my house.
Yeah, for sure. Like, my house doesn't have wallpaper. I feel like that's... Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Me house is jank, I think is quite a valid concern.
Mhm.
Me house is jank and it hates it. I'm gonna give her a greenhouse. I'll go back.
Yeah. So I have to say, okay. So today I got the stupid idea in my head that I haven't played WoW since Legion. And I've been kind of going crazy because I don't know if it's like the FOMO because of the new expansion, but at the same time I'm not really going crazy for the new expansion. I get a hankering for playing WoW again simply because I haven't played it for so long. And
She is indeed aching for some bacon.
yes.
Yup,
Right.
yup.
So I got it in my head that I wanted to try it, and I haven't played much, but I kind of abandoned it during Legion,
Yeah.
and since then I've been playing Final Fantasy 14. And yeah, I don't know how I feel about WoW. I feel like the quest text, I feel like I'm missing half of my quest. I keep wondering, it's like, oh, is it all not, is not everything showing up? I'm
Yeah.
somewhat concerned about that, but yeah, it's like, I don't know, I'm having a good time, but...
Yes, you can tell that she's having a good time because she keeps swearing.
Yes.
That's pretty much the standard.
I do hate how much of a, like, compared to, like, Final Fantasy XIV, where I does really like the shiny colours and everything, like, that thing that we mentioned the other day, like, the rewarding you for doing absolutely nothing, it's very good at.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly made me feel, back in the day, it had, how do I say, certain addictive qualities.
Certain addictive qualities, indeed.
It does trigger the task completion serotonin.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm not touching it.
Yeah, you're like, no, I'm not going back there. I'm like, no, you know, I know.
I can't. I won't. I can't. I look at it and I know this is too dangerous.
Like, The Sims is bad enough for you, isn't it? Like,
yeah. The Sims is already quite dangerous. Thank you for.
I'm just saying.
Thank you for that. But yeah, no, that's I'd best not touch WoW.
It's okay. You kind of get to like backseat game with me.
Yes, I do.
As I curse about like, I know I tweeted this as well, but I haven't really played Hunter much, and well, what shall we say? I was kind of expecting WoW to have updated their animations. So when I hit disengage, I was really expecting my hunter to do a cool backflip, like, you know, Red Mage Sound, and it didn't. And I that's like one of the last things I did before I logged off to start the stream, and I'm still feeling a little bit disillusioned. Just because I didn't get my backflip.
What did I just do?
Oh, I thought you were laughing at my...
No.
Oh, what? Why is that floating?
I'm sorry. I was laughing at your backflip words.
Yeah.
I promise. I was also laughing at this. I'm sorry.
No, but what is going on?
Yeah, I'm just very bad at The Sims. I think that's really but yeah, no, the backflip. Honestly, I would be much the same, I think. Regarding...
Yeah, like, I don't know. At this point, they were like, oh, we've updated our animations. Like, a little while ago, remember when I kept, like, posting about the fact they were updating all the job animations and stuff?
Yeah, I'd forgotten.
Or was that just, like, raised in them? I don't remember.
No, I don't. I remember they were talking about updated animations, and I remember we looked at a couple of them.
Yeah.
I think you made some quite disparaging comments.
We do not talk about the fact I did that.
I mean,
they were better.
I think that you said absolutely nothing whatsoever that could be considered disparaging. Better?
Yes.
You were a delight.
I think it might in particular have been about some casting animations.
Oh,
that
God.
I was a real asshole about.
The casting to be fair, yeah, the casting animations I also am
here?
quite...
This is terrible.
I don't know, what are you doing here? Would you like to leave?
Yes.
Okay. Bye. Yeah, I have some particularly strong feelings about the casting animations.
Being a caster main and all.
Being a fire mage main for my entire
goddamn
goddamn life.
Did you just have like that one animation? Like,
yes, as a blood elf caster, a blood elf mage. No, we had two. You had the single cast, which was like arms above head, and then you have the long cast, which I am doing an excellent impression of right now.
Oh yeah, that one.
That one.
Yeah, well, shall we not talk about the channeling
bit.
animation of like blood elf males?
Yeah, well, it's like just the
tippy
waving
toes
up above the head thing.
Oh.
Yeah, I remember that one pretty well.
I have no idea if that's still the case.
No idea.
Also, if you're wondering what is going on, and like, hey, didn't I already say that I have like my my rewards? I mean, okay, so the other day I said I was working on the sticker design, but technically at that point it was supposed to be the sticker design, but we've unlocked the postcard tier for Patreon as well. So I'm turning that one into the postcard. because I have some ideas for that, and
makes
I'm
sense.
just basically doing like more of a cute chibi style also because I realized I went too detailed with that one, so it would clash with the other stickers that I've been doing lately. So I'm just redesigning the sticker now. Which yeah.
Well, that's fine.
But you know that's currently what's going on.
Yay! Thank you for clarifying for us.
In case anybody ever watches the VoD and goes like, "What? You're a disgusting liar. You said you were working on this thing the other day." It's like, yes. To be honest, I also like throw work out a lot of the time. It's like, no, I don't like it after all.
That's
And I
fair.
just restart.
You're allowed to decide that you don't like something that you did.
Oh yeah, I know.
I mean, you don't need me to tell you that. That is not any shade of purple.
I'm not gonna go into this.
Hmm?
Your purple shade color discussion.
I'm throwing shade on that shade of purple. Oh, that'll do. Ooh, that's...
Oh, that's nice.
I quite like that,
Yeah,
actually.
I like
As a
this
colour, I think I'll go
It
with...
looks a bit like the Echo Dot that we own.
I mean, yeah.
Or is it not as red from like the
No,
other
the
angle?
other one is much pinker. It's like that, yeah. That one we haven't set up. Because it was a good price.
Yeah.
And then we just stopped.
Didn't like do
Mm,
anything with
yeah.
it because yeah.
Oh, I could just get
About
rid of
that.
it. Yeah. Funsies. I feel like there should be like a shed. I feel like I want to do some kind of... Should I do a fence
shed?
too? Nobody's talking to you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, her garden.
Wow, you come and stream with me and then you're not talking to me. So
Yeah. I'm not your friend. I'm not what you're talking about. I don't even know who you are. Get out of my house.
But you were saying
She seems like a kind of a garden-y kind of person to me.
oh yeah.
So I'm gonna do
She
some...
does.
We're gonna not draw this freaking hedge in because... Oh yeah, sure, just let me... Oh no, it won't let me delete her mailbox. It just snapped it over here. Groovy. That's groovy. It's not. It's not groovy, nor am I. Just in case anybody thought I was being serious. I am an loser.
You can still be groovy and a loser.
Did I just run out of money? Yeah. I don't think you can be.
No?
Can't type either. Load it. Wow. 50k doesn't really... Oh, maybe I didn't actually give her money in the first place.
Didn't give the money. What?
Oh, no, I was going to say 50k doesn't go a long way these days. But I actually hadn't given
Wow,
her
the
the
Sims
50k.
are also going with inflation now.
Yes. No.
Did
Maybe-
simoleons lose value?
Simoleons did indeed lose value. That's a taller one, isn't it? Or isn't it? No, why? Yes. Oh, yes, it is taller. We'll do that here and here, and the rest of it can be low again, I think. I don't know why I want to do that. It's probably really awful. No, I didn't actually give her the money. Do I like it with all the little purple... fudge it.
Oops.
We're on a budget.
I just dropped a kapulka on the floor.
Well, how could you? Poor Corpy.
It's okay, it's just a keychain, but it sounds
Just
very
a
loud.
keychain. It's that keychain that we got at the fan gathering, right?
Yes, that is.
I can't believe you just yeeted that.
Not on purpose.
Yeeted onto the flower.
I should have cracked this chocolate bar before. The stream.
Yeah, I didn't crack mine either. I was just hoping that
Oh.
loud rustling noises. It'll be fine. Just
I'm trying, okay?
chicken house.
Chocolate bar ASMR time.
You don't have to make struggling noises at the same time.
I'm not making struggling noises!
Yeah.
Cool, I'm now a protagonist in a JRPG.
No, you talk too much.
Oh, I'm gonna brain shot.
Pun?
Is that
It's a rainbow mailbox. You like it?
Yeah.
If we had mailboxes in this country and not just like holes in our front doors
Just holding our front door.
with flaps on them, I would want one. It's pretty cute.
To be fair, I hated those things when I was delivering mail.
People had them in the Netherlands?
Yeah. Dude, all those people in Blaricum do.
What, like these kind of ones?
Yeah.
Or like the ones that were,
No, like in the Netherlands we have
because you have like boxes often outside, right?
Yeah, we do.
Same in Denmark.
Yeah. Because at least they're like mail size.
Yeah.
So you don't have to like fold your mail over and basically
Yeah, it's normally just like an outside letter flap.
Yeah.
Like attached to a box. Yeah. It's also normally like inside a hedge or a fence or something, so that you don't have to leave your property like often.
Yeah.
You know, in Denmark, if they have like a gate, the mailbox will be like through the gate. So the front of the mailbox, or certainly the ones I've seen, people I've stayed with, they had it like through the front of the hedge or the gate, but you could access it from the other side of the hedge.
Yeah. So
that you could just creep out to your letterbox in your pajamas.
Yeah.
Without your neighbours seeing you.
That's not really a thing in the Netherlands.
Okay. Really? Because the ones I saw are in like Laren and stuff.
Maybe I forget. Maybe.
Certainly the posher houses tended to really have them kind of. I don't remember that well. Let's just assume that I'm probably wrong. So. I like that one. Do I like that one enough though? No, you can have a barrel. Trash barrel's good. Cute. Can you go here? Yeah. Are you laughing at me, trash barrel?
No.
How dare you? Trash barrel is valid. Trash barrel is friend.
Well, I got punished. They just poured coffee all over me.
Why do you still have coffee? Do I need to make you tea?
No.
Are you sure? Okay. Chug, chug, chug.
That is exactly what I did. This is why I'm now covered in coffee.
Oh dear. That is a shame.
I'll work on art, I said, as I just sit here pouring coffee over myself instead, and my iPad.
Is that not art? I feel like that's an installation piece.
I mean, you ain't wrong, but...
I mean... film you and send it to the Tate.
Yeah.
You call it something pretentious, like... I don't know...
I'm waiting.
A fool drinks in autumn.
Oh my god.
Wait, is that not good enough for you? I could do worse.
Go on.
I didn't think you... Damn. Joke's on me, I cannot, in fact, do worse. Or can I?
Okay, well. That went well.
Liquid assets? Because there's liquid on your assets. Yeah,
Get back to your house building.
I'm the one who comes up with all the jokes for this company, for the record.
Yes. You can't hold me responsible for any of it.
In case anyone doubted that I'm the one with the terrible sense of humour who keeps thinking of alliteration.
Hey, I'm the one who comes up with a lot of the alliterations.
Some of the alliteration is yours. Occasionally.
Put it in my branding.
Fine. It's all yours.
Didn't say all mine.
Every single last little alliterative.
Yeah, ever made is mine.
Yeah.
No, I don't want that responsibility. You can have it.
Maybe I also don't want it. Have you thought of that?
So.
Yes? And that's what I normally do. That is my day job.
Took me a second.
I'll stop if you
By
want.
which she means she makes plushies for a
I sew
living.
for a living. Well,
In theory.
I try.
You do though.
I do try. You can't deny that.
Every day trying.
Oh my god, do I try?
No, we often like, okay, so neither of us is particularly fast when it comes to art.
No.
So we're both like often looking at people and go like, oh, I wish I could be that fast. And people say, oh yeah, well if you practice enough you'll get fast. I'm like, no. I have legitimately not gotten any faster.
It's really heartbreaking for all involved. I've been drawing for quite some time now.
Yeah, but you like get like the smallest bit of detail.
Yeah, but it never shows. I remember doing my illustration degree and I spent days doing all these tiny little details and then I printed it and not a single one of them showed. And I was like, yeah, that seems like the sort of shit I do.
And you're still doing it. I think
Yeah.
that's what really gets
But
me.
these days I make sure that they'll print, to be fair.
I mean, to be fair, printing has cut. I mean, yeah.
But yeah, back in the day. It worked it out and everything, and it was visible on my screen. Of course, doesn't help that it was a laptop with a retina display type thing.
Which back then was like...
back then was brand new, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And it meant that basically I could see what the printer couldn't. So that was a lesson. It's like, yeah. It shows up on my laptop screen at X
Yeah.
percentage of size.
Uh-huh.
Why wouldn't it show up on the printer? Well, it didn't. But yeah, and you just, I mean, your stuff is just slow. No. I don't
Wow!
I don't know why your stuff is so slow.
That...
That didn't sound right. That didn't come out. That didn't come out right at all. I meant, I don't, because
I'm
you
just
work
slow.
quite quickly and then you finish it off really slowly.
Yes.
It just sounds
That's
kind
basically
of
it.
rude,
It's
actually.
true though.
But
Well, it depends. Like, sometimes stuff goes quickly, but overall, I'm just slow. But I think it's also because I ink everything, to be fair. Like...
no, you're right. I don't ink everything. I just leave it to rot.
What?
That looks like a really upset pufferfish. That's out of Windows. I'm here for it.
It does! Oh my god!
Oh no!
That's...
Yeah, that's it. That's the attic window placement because that's fine. It's a pleased
Uh-huh.
pufferfish. I'm gonna. No, I don't like it that way around. I don't like it that way around at all. Nope. We've got to have our displeased. Oh no. Great. Feeling that it's a really, really happy pufferfish that's rolled on its back.
Yeah, that's definitely something happy pufferfish do!
I don't know, do you know many?
Yeah.
Who are you to lecture me on what happy pufferfish do and don't do, Yeah. Absolutely. There you go. That's you, Toll.
I'll be over here.
You will. Let's do these ones, honestly. What was I interrupting you about before?
I was talking about how slow I am when it comes to art.
Oh, yeah.
And how you don't understand why I'm so slow.
I mean, yeah, I didn't mean that in a bad way. I just, you get everything, like, your sketches and stuff come together really beautifully, and then you just kind of stop.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas with me, like, I know I keep finding, or I keep remembering old pieces that I worked on back in the day. Like, a few WoW pieces that I did. That I've just, like, I spent hours on them. Like, they were proper full illustrations. And I spent such a long time on them. And they were, like, 70% done.
They just abandoned
And then I
them?
just abandoned them because I was like, this isn't coming out exactly where I wanted in my mental image. And then I was just like, okay, I'm done, bye.
Yeah.
I never touched them again.
I mean, that's, I guess for me though, why it takes me so long is because I have that image blindness.
Of course.
So I'm like, yeah, I got the fake, and now what?
Yeah, that doesn't help. I'll admit.
Well, you just go, this is wrong, bye.
Yeah, this is wrong. I have a vision. It's not it.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's dumb. Why can I put that there? That is also dumb. That looks dumb. There, that'll do. And then I'll move. I think that should be... Yeah, you know what? I think that should be the kitchen. Yeah, I'm trying to... for once I also don't have a... I don't like that it keeps doing this to me. Or
You
these
don't
ones
like
just
that?
not... no, this, it doesn't matter. But, I keep not being able to put things next to each other.
Oh, that's weird. It's like
Well,
you...
remember, like the windows
Yeah.
issue that I had before?
Oh, that could be.
But it's possible that particular window doesn't actually go right up close to another window. And I
Oh.
wouldn't assume that it was the bug or the error or the issue if it
Yeah.
wasn't for the fact that all the other ones keep having that issue.
Hmm.
Like... I swear that these ones ought to be able to go next to each other.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I don't know. Maybe...
Yeah.
That's been half an hour, so I need to save.
Yeah, she sets a timer because otherwise she forgets to save.
I do. I very much do. And then I lose all my progress.
Have you touched that save file since?
No, I haven't. I loaded it to make sure that there was at least something there and it wasn't completely corrupt. And then I corrupted.
And then you ran away from
And
it.
then I left it to rot. Yes. I was sad and I wanted to forget about it.
Yeah, that's fair enough. We've banned Father Christmas from the save files
Yes, that's actually something I need to remember to do every single time I load a household now.
for now.
I need to go to freaking Christmas. I need to edit it. Oh wait, no, he has been removed now. Perfume.
He's just no longer exists in
Yeah.
your entire save file?
Yeah, because I took him out on the other family.
Oh.
But it looks like it's actually, I have properly edited that holiday now. I have removed Santa.
Can you ever add him again?
Oh yeah. If you edit it, he's right here, Father Winter. On special nights of celebration, Father Winter will visit the household of festive Sims. If you're quick, you can catch him bringing gifts for all good children. I guess I've been a bad child because he punisheth me.
I was gonna say, like, that doesn't bode very well for.
I mean, clearly he's just prepping me for all the coal he's gonna get by freezing my game. See, because I'll be more grateful for coal if I'm freezing. Because, like, yeah.
Oh my god.
I'll be over here.
Oh my god.
You'd miss me if I stopped.
Oh yeah,
Oh, really?
dude. Of course.
Let's give her some carpets, just for Roger. Do I want carpets or do I just want wood?
Well,
Oh yeah, Mama's got wood. Yeah, you knew it was gonna happen. So yeah, this house is basically gonna be shades of purple and green, like grapes.
yes.
I thought that was appropriate.
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
are you looking at YouTube?
I'm just putting a little bit of background.
Putting her own music on.
Yeah.
There's me sitting here, without any kind of headphone in.
You can listen to the music.
I can't listen to the music
Do you want the music?
I don't want them. No, because I can't wear my headphones because they give me a headache. So I'm listening to nothing but the candle and the sweet, sweet sound of my own incessant yapping.
I should feel right at home.
I have nothing to say to you. I feel like my desktop audio is now really loud.
Can always change.
Can you check it for me, please?
I'm checking, just give me a second.
No, thank you, that's fine. It's just, given where it's sitting now,
Yeah?
I feel like it's really loud compared to how it was before.
No.
No? You sure? Because before it was like here, and now it's up here.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, because I only turned it up like 2 bips.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, cool, cool, cool. If you tell me that that is how it is done, then that is how I must do it.
Oops. But yeah, one of the things I do like about streams is like I don't get distracted as much when it comes to art.
Well, that's true.
I can notice what a lot of people say, but I'm like, yeah, it's true though.
That's kind of cool, though. I mean, that you don't get distracted. I mean,
I do have the attention span of a potato still, but
sugar glazed or sweet or
we all know I'm not a sweet potato.
marzipan potato.
Yeah.
I don't know what a sugar glazed potato is. Actually, I do know what a sugar glazed
Yeah, I was gonna
potato
say.
is. It's the thing that my mum makes for Christmas.
Yeah, they are delicious.
Yeah, caramelized potatoes. They're really good. Actually. Yeah. Why is that not? Why is that? Why is there a corner on that and not on that one? What have I done? It's the same thing. Why is there a corner on the top and not on the bottom? Is it because I've put, like... Well, that's irritating, and I'm going to have to put something in front of it. No, for some reason, that corner isn't sitting. It doesn't... I mean, that corner doesn't have... See?
Oh yeah.
It's... okay... Did I... I'm just gonna make it a different... Actually, you know what? That's not even terrible. Maybe I should just make the corner just a different texture. Just for fun. Either way. No, it does not... It's not... That's...
So this way you just put a blind chimney there.
Yeah, like maybe I should do. Just... Yeah, maybe that's what I should
It's
do.
the thing you guys do in the UK, right?
Put a blind chimney in.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know, maybe. That looks cute enough.
I thought you guys had like loads of blind chimneys on your houses.
Well, I mean, are you talking about the famous Surrey chimneys?
Maybe?
Or just generally blind chimneys?
Yeah, I just thought generally.
Because in Surrey we've got a lot of extremely decorative chimneys, but I don't think that they're necessarily blind. But they might be. God knows.
In this day and age, like most of them tend to be blind anyway
Well,
because nobody uses them anymore.
This is true. Oh, well, I mean, it's quite a status symbol if you have...
Is it? Like...
What, a chimney? Yes.
Oh. Yeah, I guess this day and age, it really is.
These days, having a working chimney that you can, I don't know, set aflame.
Set aflame. To be honest, I would like a fireplace.
I would like...
But I don't really want to think about the maintenance.
No, the maintenance wigs me out, but I like the concept of having... Yeah, I'm not putting a fireplace in my goddamn house just in case Santa Claus decides to come down it.
Sorry.
It's a lifelong trauma that now, thanks. I was already pretty afraid of cursed Santa who comes around here every freaking year.
By which we mean a real life one.
Yeah. Hopefully not this year.
No, so one of our neighbours has a scary Santa float. I think we
Oh
may
my
have
God.
mentioned it before.
I
but-
think we've mentioned it. I think I've tweeted about it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, like one of our neighbors. I think it's a Rotary. I don't know what is it like a Rotary Society? Is it a
Yeah, probably.
anyway the Rotary organization, the Rotary
The Rotary Club.
thing. Is it a club?
Yeah, they
They call themselves a club.
Yeah.
That's so.
I just know because one of my friends went on like an exchange trip organised by them.
Really? They're kind of. The most I know about the Rotary Club, in fact, is that my granddad was a member of it, and at his funeral, one of his like Rotary Club buddies came up and started being phenomenally sexist at me.
Excuse me?
Yeah. No, he was all like, he was talking about the Rotaries, and how they do this and that, and of course without the wives, you see. Because, you know, little ladies, they're not really, I think he even actually said that we weren't smart enough. Or like, you know, they're not quite mentally agile enough, or that kind of, like, it wasn't, there was no...
Dude.
I wasn't left interpreting his words in any other way than the one he meant them in. But yeah, so he was like that, and he said, you know, of course, you know. And I just sat there and I looked at him.
Please explain.
And I didn't say anything. I hadn't got the whole, I'm sorry, I don't know what you mean. Could you please explain to me?
No, fair.
I didn't do that. This was a few years ago now, like what, 7 years?
Yeah,
like
no, that's right. Yeah, anyway, sorry. Yeah.
Longer, maybe? But anyway, yeah. I just stared at him and he was like, oh, you're one of those. And I just said, And he got up and he left me alone with my sandwiches. And I have never been so grateful for a cucumber sandwich in my life, because it stopped me from laughing out loud.
Oh my god.
Yes, I am
That
indeed one of those, sir.
You meant lesbian.
Oh no, well he meant feminist.
I know,
but you know that's the same to these people.
Yeah, exactly.
To these people, he was one of those. I should have said that. Oh, you know, you're one of those. I am if you are.
Like, to be honest, like hearing about these things, like people give Freemasons so much shit, but at least the wives were treated with respect.
Well, I'm sure not all of them. I mean, I'm sure it's not like a across the board given, but
No.
yes. On the whole, I believe that they tend to be slightly less... Oh, I don't
Maybe it depends on the
bloody
country as well. Like,
It's possible, yeah. I mean, I wouldn't honestly know. I've not really had that much contact with any of these people. I
Gee.
just, I know that it was a big deal when his golf club let women in for, like, women's days. And, like, I wasn't allowed to go in certain places in the golf club because it was for men only. And we're not just talking changing rooms, we're talking, like,
I
you
remember
know...
you telling me.
That stuff, yeah.
In this day and age as well,
Yeah.
like, we're not talking about...
Well,
like,
I mean, I was, like, 14? Something like that?
Mm-hmm.
So it was, you know... that was a long time ago. I can't count it on my fingers. What am I now? 36. 22 years ago? That's how that works, right?
Yes.
I'm so smart. Just proving this guy's point. I'm not mentally agile enough. I just can't do maths. Yeah. That was some time ago.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it might be that it's improved since then. Considerably.
We can but hope.
Yeah. But,
There's some women like that.
I got the impression that most of the wives did, in fact, like that. But what astonished me is how many of them actually decided to go and play golf on, like, the women's days. Because I know that my grandfather's wife did.
Mm-hmm.
Not my grandmother. They're two very different people.
Yeah.
Yup. That's an unpacky story that I will never unpack. Yeah. But she went and played golf. And
Yeah.
very snobby she was about it all. So I'm actually surprised that she allowed anyone in her vicinity to talk like that about women. She probably didn't, actually. I mean, she had been dead for quite some time when he said this to me, so... But it's also possible that she liked not having the responsibility of thought.
Yeah.
Because that does seem also to be, I don't know. It's a mystery to me.
Yeah, it's not for us.
And again, like, if one is raised to believe that that's just what people say about you, that's just how people talk to you.
Yeah.
Why can't I make this one in green, but I can make all the rest of them in green from the same series? That's annoying. Fine, I'll use this one instead, see if I care. Don't mind me.
No, that's fine. You rage on.
Screeching. Get down. Get in. Thank you. Where was I?
We ended up on talking about the Rotary Club, and I'm not quite sure why.
Yes. No.
Oh, quick break.
Something mental gymnastics. You breaking?
No, I'm not breaking.
Are you breaking it up?
Yeah. Quickly
He's
need to check my email. No.
Cool. Where would I put that anywhere? I don't even know what they're for. You can't hang anything off them.
Just want an update on my pins.
Mega wall hunk. But is it a leg?
What?
Is it a leg? This mega wall hunk. Is it, or is it not, a leg? It's 2020, I can still make Voltron jokes, no matter how much my heart is breaking.
Uh-huh.
Broken. Or can I not? Maybe it's not allowed.
Why wouldn't it be allowed? It's how people deal with grief.
No, I meant talking about it at all. Am I not allowed?
Oh yeah, I don't know. Did the whole show get cancelled by the fandom or what?
Yeah, probably.
The way like Supernatural did.
Did it? Did it actually? Did they cancel the whole show?
I believe they may have done at this point from what I can see.
Cess Levi. Oh, by the way, in case anybody hasn't noticed by now, sometimes I phenomenally mispronounce words. It's for fun. I'm just that kind of dick. I find it amusing, but if anybody has a problem with it, sorry?
Unless you're me, then you don't count.
Oh no, you don't count. You can leave if you don't like it.
As I was saying.
What? You can. If you're you and you don't like it, you can leave. Anyone else? Maybe I'll make an exception.
Yeah, because I would like it if you don't leave.
Yeah. Wait, you pay bills for me. I love you. Please don't leave me.
I do really like this house, I have to say.
Thank you. You mean this house we're sitting in, or the house I'm building, or both?
Primarily one you're building, but...
I don't like the colour of that roof, though.
That's fair, I feel.
I feel so. I don't like the colour of any of these. Maybe I should just go with the standard black, brown colour. That's fine. It can't be able to. Oh, I can finally use that.
To be honest, my art would probably be a lot faster if I didn't do all my line art and then outline it again.
Well, that's true. I mean, I do that too with my physical art.
Uh-huh.
I mean, yeah, but not with my digital art so much. Why is that happening? Don't do that. Yeah, no, maybe you would have less issue if you didn't do that.
Be faster, but somehow, like, I just have to chicken scratch everything.
Chicken scratches are fun. Oh. Aren't they?
I mean, yeah, I think so, but...
Can I put trees in here? Please. Actually, I want to paint the ground with dirt. Dirt.
It's just... I don't know, like yesterday I was complaining about the fact I was expecting to get like 8 digital proofs that I had to like check out.
Yes.
And I was like, no, I don't want to do it. And I'm like, oh my god, they didn't finish it today. Now I have to do it later.
Yes. That whole delayed gratification thing that you're very bad at. You're also very bad at waiting for pain.
Yeah, I just want to get it over. It's like a bloody plaster. Like, you know, you
Okay, not a bloody plaster. But yes.
yeah, let's hope it's not bloody, I suppose. But, you know.
Yeah, agreed, though. I just found it really funny that you were like, no, when I get up in the morning, I'm probably going to have all these proofs to deal with, and oh, I don't want to do it. And then it was like, oh, you don't have any proofs to deal with. And then you were
And
sad.
I have to get up perhaps tomorrow. And it's...
Yeah. Well, no, I totally understand.
I also like the scanner to arrive so I can send my paperwork.
Well, that's supposed to happen 2 days from now.
I know.
I would like the scanner to arrive so I can scan my...
Your
photos.
artwork. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, so we've had like... How long did we have like our to-do list, like set up the other scanner?
My mum's old like printer/scanner combo with the printer's broken but the scanner still works.
Okay.
Some years now, in fact. And it took me ages to get it from her because I kept forgetting to ask her, and then she kept forgetting that I'd asked her, and you know. Yes, Terry, you can come here for cuddles. Come on then. Dogstraction. Take over from me.
No.
Yeah.
You can pet the dog and
Can't
talk
pet
at the
the
same
dog.
time.
Come
But yeah,
on.
basically what's happened is we've had that on such a... I mean, in the end, I was like, no, I'm just gonna buy a cheap flatbed scanner so we can scan more easily, because
a
that
reasonable flatbed scanner.
thing... Yeah, it's very reasonable, but
Yeah.
it is very, very affordable.
Yeah, it's affordable, but I mean, it's not like the cheapest document scanner that we could find,
No.
because otherwise it wouldn't be any good for scanning physical artwork.
No.
But yeah. So now we just have to wait for it to arrive, which of course is painful.
Yeah. I mean, like, that's
Because
one of
it's
those...
like, no, I've done without it for years and years and years. But
Yeah,
now
no,
it's
so-
supposed to
yeah.
arrive Thursday, and I think I might die.
Legit. Perishing.
Yeah. Kissy noises. Don't mind me. So yeah, scanner. That's exciting.
Considering you
That's
mostly...
less exciting for you.
Well, no. Like I said, I might actually pick up marker art now.
Well, that's true. I'm excited for that. That is a good point.
Maybe I'll stop being a coward and do digital only.
Pardon?
Maybe I'll stop being a coward.
Oh! I thought you told me to stop being a coward.
You're not a coward, you do watercolours. That's pretty bloody hardcore.
Watercolours and marker. No, watercolours aren't hardcore. My watercolours aren't hardcore, because if you hear any weird groaning noises, by the way, it is the dog. She's complaining because I won't let her inside my hoodie.
Small dogs have...
Small dogs are like, please. I need to wear you like a skin. Stop it. Fine, come in here then.
I should tell it's very effective to say
It's
no.
extremely effective. I'm weak against it. Get in there. Not you. Where was I? Who was I?
You were talking about traditional art and the fact
Oh.
that your watercolours are not...
They're not. I mean, because I do the sketch, and then I take a picture of it, and then I refine the line art on my iPad. Then I print it out on watercolor paper, so that I haven't wasted decades of my life painstakingly drawing out the line art
Yeah.
on my light box, only to fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, I find that I'm a lot less paranoid.
Yeah, honestly, it only creates better art. And our printer does print beautifully on watercolour paper.
It does. It really does. So that's good. But I mean, it doesn't. It means I'm still a coward. Oh, hello.
I mean, like, what's the other like option? People use like light boxes to trace their line art. Like,
Yeah.
you know, this is just efficient.
Yeah. I thought so.
Silence.
Yes, sorry, I got distracted.
That's okay.
I was
but
trying
what?
to retweet the tweet about us going live, but my my network on my mobile isn't.
Oh, is our Wi-Fi being?
Our Wi-Fi's being kind of a jerk again. Yeah. I was doing it earlier on as well. That's fine. I just need to go downstairs so it registers that we have a router again. But I won't be doing that now. It also potentially means that if the internet's being a dick, me monitoring anything on my iPad's not going to work.
Yeah, I've been keeping an eye. Don't worry.
Yeah, that's cool. Thank you. I just I thought I'd kind of let you know that don't trust my iPad. Because it's done me that before. Dropped me like a plate of cheese crackers. No, I don't know either.
That's really tragic.
Yeah, right?
Although if the cheese crackers, technically, it would be okay.
They had cheese on them. Sticky cheese. Soft cheese.
Oh, so it's not crackers with cheese. They are legitimately. Yeah. I mean,
no,
like that's.
It's floor cheese now.
Yeah, but the thing is, if you say cheese cracker,
I know.
Doesn't that kind of imply it's like
crackers for cheese or crackers
like,
with like Ritz?
Yeah, like cheese flavored crackers.
Yeah, like Ritz or like Took.
Yeah,
Are Ritz not cheese flavored?
They are not. Like you have cheese flavored ones, but they changed the formula now. They're disgusting. But
do they really not? I thought Ritz were like cheese flavored.
Maybe they are.
I thought they were like cheddar, and maybe I'm thinking of Cheez-Its. I don't know. I don't know anymore.
Oh my god.
I like that we've gone from like, hey, this is the Christmas pudding rating channel to this is the debate. Did my retweet? Did I retweet?
Yeah, you retweeted.
Did retweet.
Right.
Good. So my phone is sort of functioning.
Let's see, Ritz crackers.
Thank you for googling. You truly are doing the Lord's work. Or something.
They are disc-shaped, lightly salted, and bear 7 perforations and a finely scalloped edge.
But what do they taste like? The Ritz.
Will you just let me bloody read this? A cartoon drawing of a box of Ritz crackers can be seen in Mickey's Surprise Party, 1939, an animated advertisement / cartoon. Okay.
Why am I letting you read this?
I don't know.
Just let me finish. A cartoon drawing? No.
Ritz crackers varieties includes original Ritz, low sodium Ritz, reduced fat Ritz, whole wheat Ritz, honey wheat Ritz, roasted vegetable Ritz, we don't get those, bacon Ritz, garlic Ritz, honey butter Ritz, hint of salt Ritz, and rich fresh stacks.
Rich fresh... What? Ritz fresh stacks.
Yeah. They are also available as sandwiches with peanut butter, cream cheese, or cheddar cheese. So I'm gonna guess they don't...
Oh.
Yeah, I can just...
I'm sorry. If anyone likes that just sounds... alarming.
I have to say though.
I am not a fan of the cheesy sandwich biscuit concept.
The thing is, like, the artificial cheese they tend to use is not nice.
No. And what of mini cheddars? They, I believe, taste like cheese. I think
they're supposed to taste of cheese.
Sorry, Ms. Cheese Purist.
Don't call me a cheese purist.
Why not? What should I call you then?
Call me a cheesehead.
What? No! I'm not gonna call you a cheesehead. That's weird.
Do you not know that those people are called kaaskoppen, which means cheesehead?
Yes, I did know that. That's less weird, but still weird. Yes, I did. I do remember that. I remember learning that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still oddly distressed.
Hmm. 1 second while I eat my bit of chocolate. Don't sigh at me!
I can't eat my chocolate while you're eating chocolate. I have to sit here. I don't even really like chocolate that much.
You don't even like chocolate that much?
I like these chocolates.
Hmm.
But on the whole...
Yeah, you're not a chocolate person.
I'm not a chocolate person. I am made of meat. Worth it for the sigh. To all intents and purposes, it just sounds like I'm picking on a non-native speaker, doesn't it? Yeah.
I don't know, at this point most people don't seem to think that I'm, like, Dutch.
Wait, you what?
Most people don't seem to think I'm Dutch. It's hilarious.
What's Dutch? What is Dutch? Once again, who are you and why are you in my house?
I'm gonna throw things at you.
Seems really cruel. This is terrible content.
It is. It's just abuse. Abuse the stream. I was joking. So tell me more about the house you're building instead.
It's grape coloured. And, very nice. It's a very nice house. I hope. I don't know. It's a house. I'm making it. This one is. It's got a greenhouse on the back. It's been half an hour. I should save. So my timer tells me.
Yeah, she got a really nice timer device now.
I have a new watch.
Yeah, she got a new watch because her old one was like.
My old one was broken for about a year.
It was practically a ghost watch.
Yeah.
The fact it worked at all was kind of a surprise to me.
It wasn't the best. I mean, it was fine.
Like, okay, it was a digital watch, so you had to charge it every once in a while.
Well, it was a Fitbit. Let's not beat around the bush.
Oh yeah, sorry. I forgot
was
what it was called for a second.
No, it's fine.
But no, it was so old that it wouldn't charge anymore. Like,
well, yeah, my charger was kind of broken. It's funny because it was a Fitbit Charge 2, so it wouldn't charge. And it would charge, but I had to prop the charging cable up on some books.
yeah.
So it was at a very specific angle before it would charge.
Mm-hmm.
Which meant that half the time I was putting it on half charged because the books would have slipped in the middle of the night for whatever reason. And, you know, it was bad.
So
and there
I'm
was a
thrilled.
massive crack in
Yeah.
the middle of the screen. And it wasn't actually syncing with my phone properly anymore.
Wait, that was really funny.
Where was
Not.
that? Oh, right. Like, why?
No, your suffering was really not funny.
Thank
Like,
you.
like you'd be exercising and be like, "Oh yeah, sorry, I didn't log half of your exercise."
Yeah, which, given that my health insurance kind
Yeah.
of relies on me logging a certain amount of exercise to reduce my premiums, was frustrating at best. I mean, I also earn coffee rewards
That's
if
very
I do as
important.
much exercise as I possibly can, so that was also important
Mhm.
and frustrating when that did not happen. But yeah, why are we talking about my new Fitbit? It was a present. It was an early Christmas present.
Oh, you know, the fact that you have this really useful timer, it's easy
Oh,
to
yeah.
think that because
But yeah, it's also got like a timer function, this one. So I can actually set a timer and it feels kind of nice when it goes off because it's all buzzy and I like that. Ooh, it tingles.
yeah, I also love the fact that it wakes me up in the morning when You use
when I
as
get
an
an
alarm,
email.
don't you?
No, I get emails. Suddenly my emails start coming
Oh
in
my
the morning.
god! I keep thinking.
And it goes like, nerd.
What the fuck? I keep
Nerd.
thinking that's a bloody
But
alarm.
I set it to do not disturb.
Oh.
So this morning it was better, right?
I was
it
already
didn't-
awake, so I don't remember.
Well,
Well.
yeah. It's setting it to do not disturb every night. It's gonna be because if I have it to set to vibrate every time I get an email in, which means I am really acutely aware of just how much spam I actually get. It's a lot of spam. Yeah.
Surely it doesn't log it if it's spam. Like,
I mean, no, but I mean, I get the messages that I get that are spam that don't actually go into my.
oh,
Yeah. You know, if it goes into the spam box, it doesn't log it. But if it thinks it was a real message,
yeah.
I know that chimney's way too far down, but I don't care. I think it's kind of cute there.
Oh, that's
Even
really
if
cute looking. Definitely looks like a cat lover's house.
Yeah, a cat lover with a chimney that slid down halfway across the. It doesn't look right, but I don't care. Oh, the greenhouse is sweet though. I like that.
Oh.
I'm gonna put a chair and some tables in there. I like this.
Yeah, we're possibly looking into
Oh, greenhouse.
a greenhouse. Like, it's
Yeah, maybe.
like your family was so like, oh, how about we give you a greenhouse?
Well, I mean, what happened was, I think, I mean, I know my grandmother passed away earlier this year. Thankfully, she said, acutely aware that doesn't sound very correct. Thankfully, just before, like, basically very early February, so just before everything got really crazy this year.
Yeah.
So my dad and his brothers could be there, kind of, with her when she died, and around the time that she was dying, you know, all that. So the rest of the year's just been kind of spent with them, kind of clearing out her house.
Yeah.
And distributing her possessions amongst people and throwing things out as and when and all that. But she had this greenhouse. And it was going to go out, basically. But my mum kind of was like, oh, hey, actually, I wonder if I should have that greenhouse because I have all these plants that I need to bring into the conservatory every winter. And, you know, then that brings the slug population into my conservatory every winter. And other pests and things. And also her conservatory gets really, really full in the winter. So she was like, I wonder if I had a greenhouse, I could keep some of these plants, at least in the shelter space. Yeah. So she was kind of looking into greenhouses. And then she was like, oh, actually, what about my grandmother's greenhouse? And then she found out that greenhouse was like 6 by 10.5 feet.
Huge.
And she was like, that's larger than I was anticipating. Because I think she'd been looking at greenhouses, like lean-to greenhouses, that were like 4 by 6 feet, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So there was a larger thing. And then she was like, well, you maybe have some space for that. Would you like to have the greenhouse? And
you were
then,
like, yes.
And then I can just put my plants in it. And, you know, bring them over to your place. And I can overwinter my plants in your garden, in the greenhouse. I was like, yes, that would be great. And I'd actually kind of psyched myself up to being able to grow some winter vegetables in a greenhouse. Because I grow many summer vegetables. I was also kind of looking forward to growing summer vegetables in a greenhouse. But, you know, I grow things. And then she was like, no, actually, I'm going to keep it. So I was sad. But, you know.
Yeah, it was. It's
not my greenhouse.
No.
It's fine. It's, and then, yeah, yesterday she was like, actually, we've been thinking, what if we chip in and, you know, you guys pay maybe a little bit too and we'll, like, get a greenhouse for you guys as a birthday present. Which is insane.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we'll still chip in what we can.
Yeah, exactly.
And yeah. So now I'm kind of obsessed with the idea of having a nice... I mean, this is a bigger greenhouse than I would have. The one in this house. That's because it's a fictional greenhouse and I don't have to pay real money for it. But no, the idea of having a greenhouse to grow plants and stuff in.
But like one of your big things, as long as I know you, really.
Basically, yeah. I just want to have somewhere like safe and sheltered where the squirrels won't steal my tomatoes, if I'm perfectly honest. Because oh boy, every year.
Oh, they also like they dig like everywhere.
Well,
like...
yeah, but that's okay. I just don't want them to dig and steal my tomatoes.
Yes.
My tomatoes. Yeah. That.
But that's why we're talking about greenhouses.
So that's why this house very specifically has a very specific type of greenhouse in it. And then I'm all like, oh, what if I could go a little bit bigger and have a greenhouse I could put a chair in, so that when it rains I could sit in my greenhouse with my coffee. And then I just start drifting off into
true millennial dreams.
Yeah. The fact that I have a space I can put a greenhouse in at all, quite frankly, I'm not looking that gift horse in any kind of mouth.
No. Like, holy
so,
heck.
there we go.
We are extremely lucky with the fact that we have a place with a garden. Like, that's insane.
Exactly.
Definitely as a Dutch person, I'm like, what garden?
Yeah, quite. I will deal with a lot of stuff. If I can just have my garden space and grow my tomatoes. And my cranberries. And my strawberries. And all those things that I grow. Strawberries aren't a vegetable, I know. Shush. Don't at me. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm not good with plants, don't at me.
Yep, I'm really more of the plant person in this relationship, that's for sure.
Although I can't believe that my air plant died and we haven't replaced it yet.
I'm sorry that your air plant died. It got overwatered.
Are you implying I overwatered it?
I'm implying that I was assuming that you weren't watering it, and therefore I think I might have accidentally extra watered it. And
yeah, it's...
I think that there is a chance that we might have actually...
the powers combined.
The powers combined.
The other one is still alive. It's okay.
Yeah, the other one is fine.
But this one had just thrown out a pup, and that's why we're extra
Yeah.
sad.
Well, I mean, I suspect, in fact, what happened, partly. Get out. No. Go away. There. The pup kind of took away its reserves.
Yeah.
And then it probably would have been alright had the pup not also got the rot.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, the pup got rot, and so did the main plant.
Yeah.
And normally after they pup, from what I've read, they start dying away anyway.
Oh, yeah.
So it's possible that...
It was just a double whammy of, like...
Yeah. Basically, yeah, it was already kind of on its way out, and then it got rot.
Yeah.
And then the pup didn't make it. Which is brutal. But yeah. And I feel really bad about it.
It's okay. I just can't believe I forgot to buy a new one.
We didn't forget. It's just there's been a lot of other stuff going on this year so far.
Yeah.
And, you know, we just haven't really done it yet. We will.
Might actually be able to finish the bloody sticker this stream. It's amazing.
Wow. That is really good though. Well done.
Imagine that.
That's cool though. I'm proud of you.
Just wish that sticker app didn't have a ridiculously long turnaround at the moment.
Oh, really?
Don't know if it's due to COVID. I wouldn't be surprised.
I guess a lot of people are, I don't know actually. Yeah, it's like, I mean, presumably people are doing more work from home.
I think so, but of course because they still have to do printing. Could you nudge your window? Sorry, my iPad window. Could you give it a nudge?
No, nudge it how?
Oh wait.
You've paused the stream.
It's all good.
Yeah? Did you just pause the stream?
The stream appeared to be paused, yes.
Yeah, that's because you paused it.
Shut up. You're good. I just wanted to make sure it was still running.
I'm glad that it...
But yeah, I really want a green hat like that. Except I don't want to maintain it, but you'll happily do that.
Yes, with great joy, honestly.
I don't know why I'm not a plant person. I've often wondered. Like, I like plants and stuff. Like, okay. My family's never gonna watch these streams because they don't know about it. But my... I always forget, it is my cousin, isn't it? Yeah.
Which one?
Tim. It's my cousin,
yes,
right?
he's your cousin.
Yeah.
He's your...
Remember. Because in Dutch we say nephew, but I know
Hang
it's
on.
cousin in English. He's
Yeah.
my uncle's son.
He's your uncle's son, so yeah.
Yeah.
He's your nephew. No, cousin.
Cousin.
Yes,
Because a
cousin.
nephew would be if I had a brother or sister,
yeah.
which
It's
I
because
don't.
my uncle's son is like 14, 15, and I keep thinking he's my nephew because he's that much younger than me.
Mhm.
Because I feel like he should be my nephew, but he's not. He's my cousin.
Yeah.
So, whenever, yeah.
But
So,
anyway,
no,
like,
he's your cousin.
a couple of years ago, he was engaged to this woman. And, you know, surface level, nothing wrong with her as such. Like, you know, really loved animals, but she hated plants
Yeah.
and hated flowers. And, like, my entire family was like, like, my family overall is really... They love going in nature and, like, getting, like... You know, they'll just... For each other, they'll get, like, flowers and plants and things. So it's like, this is perhaps not the best idea in our family. But, you know, we'll respect this and, you know, we'll welcome her in the family. And, so these two were engaged and, like, they... were like properly planning the wedding, and the suit they had bought a house together before this. So, you know, my cousin, he'd bought like his suit, and she'd already bought her wedding dress as well. And then she was a journalist, and she went, I don't know where the bloody hell she actually went. Either way, she was out of the country for a while. And while she was away, she suddenly decided no, she didn't want to get married anymore. My cousin was too boring. And it wouldn't work out because she needed adventure in her life, and I think, to be honest, she had an affair, I suspect, while she was away. It really sounded like it. So, yeah, then they broke up. But he's now happily in a relationship again, like, years later. And he just had his first child. So I'm glad he's doing better, but that was like... People who don't like plants or flowers, I do not trust. Like, just like people who hate animals.
Yeah.
I can get not wanting a pet.
Yeah, but actively hating animals really
no.
always confuses me. Like, okay, that seems unnecessary.
Like, I just do not trust.
Yeah. I mean, I can also... I get people who don't understand animals.
Yeah, because
as well,
I don't understand kids.
Yeah. Like, it's not necessarily... But when you say you don't like animals... Like, oh...
Like, I can also understand, like, not... Heck, I'm not very fond of this kind of animal. Or just, you know, yeah, like you said. It's just, yeah, I don't know. No. But yeah, that taught me a thing or two about people.
People, just generally.
Yeah.
What, trusting your gut?
Yeah, trusting my gut in primarily. Like, often my gut does seem to be right.
Yeah, especially
yours
about
in particular.
cheese.
Oh my fucking god. Will you stop calling my poor guts out like that? Wow.
No, I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I will admit, I often have like a bad feeling about people.
Like, you're like,
oh.
I don't know if you should like this person. Like, nah, it's fine. And like, a couple of weeks later, I'm like, no, you're right.
That makes me sound really dodgy, actually.
No, okay, sorry, no,
like,
it's not like that.
Don't be friends with this person.
No, you're like, oh, you shouldn't be so trusting of this person. Like, you know, like
ladies and gentlemen, if she's dumped you as a friend, it's obviously my fault. I'm sorry, I was going to try and stop saying ladies and gentlemen. It's such a thing, because I'm Well, I'm not that old, but I'm old enough that it's ingrained in my brain to say ladies and gentlemen.
Same.
See, clearly from now on, what I have to say is ladies and blokes and non-binary folks. How's that?
Yeah, I like it. And she doesn't mean it mocking either. Like,
No.
legitimately,
It's we're all inclusive here at all. If I accidentally slip ladies and gents in, you know.
We working on it.
I'm
like,
sorry.
I do the same.
It comes out without me thinking about it. As the actress said to the bishop. Oh, that is intentional. Where was I? Before I got so distracted by myself?
I was talking about,
you were saying about stuff, and I was saying that obviously, if you've been all like, no, I don't like you anymore, it's obviously my gut's fault.
Yeah. Your gut's having a bad day. Like, as a result,
that sounds
I've ditched somebody.
filthy.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, that's exactly it. No, I was joking.
But no, I do have this
I have
tendency
no
of
power.
trusting people too easily. So I'm like, that's
Yeah.
fine. I really used to believe the best in people. It's like, no, it will be fine. Like, they'll slip up, or they didn't mean it. I know they were just assholes.
It is true. People
And you had like,
used to take advantage of you quite a lot.
Yeah, they did. And then I had a breakdown, like, oh, sorry.
Hmm?
Or like, when I then couldn't deal anymore, I was the bad guy, like that sort of stuff. Like,
yeah.
the usual.
The usual. Yeah, well, it's okay.
Now I'm just a douchebag.
Yeah, that's the one.
I mean, I always was
No.
I just like how you were like, oh yeah, you really had like this cool and collected, like, you know, image. I'm like, no.
I'm sorry, what? You did not have a cool and collected image. I actually said that you were a dick, and I respected that. And I didn't understand why you could be such a bitch to people, and they
Cool
loved
and
you.
collected.
Yeah, I'm sorry, yes, you were cool and collected, and I admired that in you. She wasn't. She was an asshole.
I still am.
Yeah, I know.
I was the typical, like, I have a lot of opinions person. I go.
Yeah, you weren't
Like,
afraid
the thing
to...
is, like, but that was the thing, like, that was so promoted as well. Like,
Mm.
you know, that
Yeah,
I
you
have
were
a lot
very
of
much
opinions.
the caustic... I mean, yeah, and that was me trying to be really nice to everyone I met back in the day.
That never works.
I know it never works. Like, dude, I always assumed that if someone didn't like me, it was because I was doing something wrong. Rather than just because, you know, some people don't like people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, even if I didn't like them, I was like, no, I've got to be the nicest person possible.
Yeah.
No. No. If I don't like the way you eat yogurt, I'm not going to put up with you.
It's a joke, by the way.
Oh, yeah, it's only half a joke. There were a couple of people who I really didn't like the way they ate yogurt.
Wait, what did they do? Like, what did they do to offend you so...
It was when I was at uni, and I was friends with this one girl, briefly. And she then became friends with this other girl
Mm-hmm.
who ate yogurt by sticking her tongue out of her mouth,
Like a dog.
putting it onto the spoon with the yogurt, like the yogurt on the spoon, and then kind of tipping the spoon and like running her tongue along the spoon, but the entire process was with her tongue externally out of her personage.
Are you sure she was not trying to come on to you?
No, my God, no. Oh, jeez. I mean, unless that was just, oh Lord, no, certainly not to me. No, this was an abomination of a gesture. I found myself quite repulsed. But yeah, no, I couldn't eat lunch with them anymore because she had a yogurt every fucking day.
Oh my God,
And
no.
every fucking day, the tongue came out.
Why? Like, no, but, like...
You'd
does
think
that?
someone would have told her, but I just... And at one point, I think... You know when something is so repulsive that you actually can't keep your disgust off your face?
Yeah.
I think she cottoned on to the fact that I was unhappy. Because at one point, she made eye contact with me while she was eating. Like,
Oh, no.
deliberate eye contact. The tongue came out. Deliberate eye contact. The yogurt. It happened. Everything was... I had to stop eating lunch with them.
That's so nasty.
Yeah, right?
That is so heckin' nasty. Mm-mm.
Yeah, I mean, it stuck with me. This was some time ago again. I have been around for some time. This was my first, this was product design. This was.
Oh no!
This was a while ago.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's some deep-rooted trauma.
Dude, I mean, I can still see it.
Who does that though? Like,
I mean, to be fair, I don't think she was a particularly nice person either. But all I can really remember is the yogurt thing. I didn't really hang out with any of them any more after that, in fact. Because I also think that she didn't like me, and
that feeling was mutual.
Well, the feeling was actually mutual, but at the time I was quite upset about it. But no, I think she was also essentially telling the other girl who I was friends with that I was a bad person, as happens.
Dude,
We've
so
all
much
done
drama.
that. Yeah, whatever. It's not a big deal. But eventually, it was kind of funny. We ended up as neighbours a couple years later.
Mm-hmm.
Purely coincidentally. I didn't even know for about the first 3 months. And then at one point, I came out of my front door and they were coming out of their front door. And it was like, oh, it's you. Hello. And then a couple years after that, when I was working at the gift shop,
Yeah.
the first chick, the one who had become friends with the yogurt-eating monster, she was randomly in the gift shop.
What? All the way? Like, this is not nearby either.
Yeah, no, like from uni in Devon.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think she lived in the UK. I think she actually lived somewhere like Dubai. Like, vaguely remember her saying something like that. Wasn't really, it was, yeah. And suddenly, like, there was a car event thing. I guess it was fancy, like, vintage cars.
Yeah.
But suddenly, I'm standing there behind the counter in my gift shop, vendoring things, and she's standing there, like, oh, hello. And I'm like, oh, hello. She bought a pencil. And then she left.
The fact she bought a pencil is just like...
Yeah.
I don't know. That's just the icing on the cake for me here.
We
like...
sold excellent pencils. What else do you buy from a gift shop? Pencils. Yeah. And, rulers. Mm-hmm. And little toy cars.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, does anybody not buy a pencil at a gift shop? Like, 97% of the pencils I had when I was a kid were, like, science museum pencils.
I don't
And the rest of them were from, like, Berkeley Castle, because my granddad gave them to me. Because he was like, look, we got new pencils in. Do you want some more pencils? These ones have a slightly different design on them. I'm like, yes, please. My grandfather was custodian of Berkeley Castle when I was a kid. That was just after he was, like, director of the Danish Tourist Board in England.
He had some posh family.
He did some good jobs.
He did.
Yeah. I mean, he was also quite a lot of my life in The Hague.
Yes. What the hell did he do in The Hague, actually?
Tourist board stuff. That was all tourist board. And, yeah, Frankfurt, too. I think also Hamburg. But, yeah, Danish tourist board stuff in various countries. So.
That's fair.
Yeah. But that was after he was, like, very much done with.
Yeah.
So we'd visit him, like, maybe once a year. But, yeah. But that's where I got the pencils from. But no, she was it was just so random. Seeing somebody that you know from a completely different location.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
And then, like, displaced like that.
Yeah.
It and then you're like, your brain is like, no, play it cool. Play it cool. You're fine. You don't need to, like, act all... don't just say hi.
Yeah, exactly.
Say hi. Don't make eye contact. Just say hi. Just say, like, hi. You can do this. You're a strong, independent woman. You don't need to be all like, oh my god, hi!
Yeah.
I didn't actually say it like that, thankfully. But it was strange. What you doing?
Tweeting.
Oh, it's alright then. I'll just keep up my end.
It's okay, I'm done.
Uh-huh.
But no, I just...
Yeah. What?
No, the world is sometimes really small.
Yeah. It's fun, in a weird way.
Yeah. No, none of my family has really done any cool things like that.
Some of your family have done cool things, I'm sure.
I mean, yeah, my one of my uncles has done an awful lot of like ship stuff. Oh, great.
Ship.
Yeah, ship stuff. He used to be a captain on those like cargo ships and stuff, like huge
That's cool.
huge ships. The one who lives on a
Oh, the houseboat one. Oh, really?
Yes. Yeah, no.
Do you know I didn't know that
Like
about
he
him?
started, no, but legitimately, it's kind of interesting how he started as a engine, like boy essentially,
Mhm.
and he just works his way up.
Oh.
And after that, he retired from, sailing essentially,
Mhm.
and he became a lawyer, but specializes in everything that has to do with ships and naval.
Like maritime law type
yeah,
stuff.
basically.
That's cool. I knew he was like a lawyer.
That's what he does.
So I just kind of assumed that he did like regular lawyering, but no, he does boat lawyering. That's funky.
Yeah, I'm just
Huh.
I was a little bit worried that I may have pissed him off when it came to my mum's
Oh no.
death stuff.
Why?
Because I didn't need his help.
Oh. Well, you could have still asked him just to have been. I mean, he's a nice guy.
No, but like, you know.
Yeah, fair. Were you trying to be strong and independent, or did you just not want the hassle?
No, first of all, he was in Venice.
Well, okay, yeah, of course. He was the Venice one also.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, to be fair. So yeah, surely if he was in Venice, you couldn't have asked his help anyway at the end.
Yeah, that's kind of how it looked. It was like, well, I could have like... But you know, like, I didn't mean to not ask for his help. But, you know. Yeah.
Is it too late to ask for his help now?
No, I think I can always ask for his help.
Yeah, I was gonna say, just...
But yeah, he was a huge help to my mom, etc. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean... Yeah. Really? Half an hour again? Crikey. Crikey!
takes a long time to do a...
It does. I take a long time to do a... Start again. Did I actually save last time, or did I just restart my timer and walk away? Well, we're saving now.
Just do your time and walk away. What? What are you doing?
Messaging my mum, who keeps messaging me.
What does she need to know? No, I'm joking.
I'm sorry, I'm trying to, like, message in between conversation chunks. Preferably
Yeah.
while you're talking, but then you stop talking.
This is the problem with me. So, like, you know, I'm that person in group chat who always gets... People always speak over me, so I just don't talk. So the moment somebody else opens their mouth, I shut up immediately.
Yeah. Which is a problem on account of the fact that I tend to rely on you to hold your own.
I can talk. Just can't think of any good conversations right now. I don't know, nothing... Okay, I mean, nothing exciting has been happening recently. Not even when I go to the post office. Except today there was this lady who was like, oh god, I'm so sorry. Like, I didn't mean to, like, hold up the line, and, like, she had one item. I was like, that's my job.
What, to hold up the line?
Yeah, here I am, like, with my 40 parcels. She just burst out laughing so hard. And the other day, that was also bloody hilarious. So there's currently a lot of husbands who are sending their wives to, like, mail things out.
Okay.
And sometimes they're very cryptic. Like, they will say, oh yeah, please send this, second class signed for, or tracked, or, like, recorded, but it has to be under 8 quid. And she's like, I have no idea what he actually wants. So,
My mum used to send me out for stuff like that. I swear it. Like, yeah, you know, you can get this. I mean, you can get them to send this, but like, blah blah blah, and it should be under this amount, and it should be in this class. And I was like, I will just sit here and cry until something happens. Thanks.
Yeah, exactly. And then, like, also the question was like, so they asked her, so what's in this? Like, any liquids or batteries? And she's like, I have no idea. So she calls him up.
Oh my god.
And goes like, what's in this? Anything
What the
that
hell
does...
do you have me mailing now?
Exactly. It's like, she had this whole, like, lot of parcels. It was absolutely amazing.
Bless.
But yeah, that's what's going on a lot at the moment.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense, I guess. Sort of.
Yeah.
It's too big.
I was like, mate, go do your own things if you like.
Well, I mean, I guess.
Yeah. No, I get it, 100%. Like.
Yeah.
Also, if one of you is gonna go into town, they can ask, okay, can you take this from me?
Yeah.
And this other lady was saying how she had to send a letter to Sky. The one who was also really worried about holding up the queue.
I mean, are we talking Sky the island?
No, as
or
in
Sky the company?
The company.
Okay.
Because she lives on an address and Sky has sent up 4 additional people at that address and is trying to charge her for it.
What?
Yes.
Well,
And she keeps emailing them.
so presumably these 4 people are taking the piss.
Yeah, so she's contacted them multiple times. They're like, oh yeah, I just sent a letter. And she sends a letter, and they've lost it like 3 times now.
Yeah, you betcha they freaking lost it.
It's like, oh my
Dude,
god.
that's awful.
So yeah, she's like, I hate these guys.
Yeah, presumably, I mean, I would just cancel.
Yeah, she was trying to cancel.
Oh, okay.
So
no,
she's
but
like,
I meant
yeah,
just
I'm just going
cancel,
to...
like, my service.
Yeah,
like,
she
all of the
is.
service.
Yeah, she's just going to cancel everything.
Honestly, Mum had a terrible experience with Sky as well.
Well, like, having worked for the company that
Oh?
might have done their payroll.
Oh, yes. No. Mm-mm.
I don't know.
I don't know anything about that.
No. I mean, I don't actually know any details, but I know how big the company.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't know anything about that.
No. But yeah, it's huge.
Yeah, massive. But no, I just know that my mum had a really, really bad experience because she was with... I don't remember what the company was now. But they sold out to Sky.
Mm-hmm.
Her broadband, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
And Sky was just 24/7, just jackasses.
Yeah, they're not very nice, are they? I mean...
No. Although, to be fair, I mean, like... she was before them. The reason she changed to this other company because she was with a different company. I think her very first internet provider went out of business.
Yeah.
I can't even remember what it was now. This was back in the early noughties.
Yeah.
When we first switched to broadband for her work.
Mm-hmm.
Like one of her clients set her up with the company that he was with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna call this a day for now.
That's really cute art. Yeah, no, well, the company she was, I mean, one of her clients set her up with the company he was with, basically. Yeah. On a good what's the word I'm looking for? Not program. Package.
Oh, yeah.
And, I think this was shortly after our modem blew up. Because lightning hit, like, a crane nearby, like a really tall building crane. Yeah. And the electricity, like, the power surge, blew up our modem.
Mm-hmm.
And I think she decided that she was going to go with cable.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's neither here nor there. I got so stuck on the fact that I was the one who got blamed for blowing up the internet because I happened to be on the internet.
That's totally how it works.
During a storm. I was like, I didn't know that lightning was going to strike the crane, did I? Like, the whole thing exploded next to my face.
Yeah.
But, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, no, anyway, so the broadband that she was with, I think they got bought out by Virgin.
Yeah.
And Virgin... they overcharged her at one point by 1p.
1p.
1p. And then there was, oh damn, I feel bad for starting this story now because I can't actually remember exactly what happened. But they overcharged her. And she refused to pay 1p because it was an overcharge.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, no, it should be like X amount, and you've charged me X.01. So they corrected the fact that it wasn't supposed to be that, like, they weren't supposed to have charged her that 1p in the first place.
Yeah.
I personally would have paid the 1p, but then I am a wuss who has no energy. I do not like to fight. I will say, you know what, it's 1 frickin' p. It's not worth the aggro.
Legitimately, nobody, like...
I don't know, I'm yeah. Anyway, she fights. She fights to the death for the penny. So she gets them, she thinks, to take the penny off. Next month, she receives a threatening letter saying that she hasn't paid this 1p. So she calls them up again. And she says, I'm not supposed to pay you the 1p. You were supposed to have taken the 1p off. Also, it's 1p.
She's also like, at this point, she's costing him so much bloody money. That's
yeah,
kind of delightful.
every month for the best part of a year, I think, at that point. They sent her a threatening letter about this 1p. And then she called them up and she said, it's not 1p. I don't have to pay you 1p. You should have taken that off. And then they assured her that next month, the 1p problem would be gone. And yeah, and this lasted, like I said, best part of a year, I believe. And then eventually she just went with someone else. And then they kept sending her letters saying, you've cancelled your service, but you still owe us 1p. And she kept calling them and saying, I do not owe you one.
I remember
you
this.
were present at the end of this battle. So then she moved to Sky. No, she didn't move to Sky. She moved to another company, which then later got bought out by Sky. And her experience with Sky was bad, but not as funny as the 1p story. So I don't remember any of it.
Not as funny as the 1p
so
story.
now she's back with Virgin.
Oh. Internet providers, I swear, everybody has a hilarious internet provider. Like,
pretty much.
At the moment, I'm ignoring my mum's old internet provider because they were like, oh, we've sent you a box to return the old modem, and I'm like, the one that I asked the cleaning company to strip and throw away. Okay, so like, I'm just gonna hope that they're not gonna charge me for it. And if they do, they
probably will, won't they? Charge you for it? Don't they normally threaten you with so that you can't sell it on eBay?
But the bank account is blocked, so I wish them good luck with that. They can't charge me anymore.
You blocked the bank account and left the country.
They can't do anything anymore. They can just send me threatening letters to
a
Dutch address that I don't actually live.
Gonna say they can send your mum's like the new people who live in that house.
It's their problem now. I just packed up and left.
You're horrible.
No, this is just the way these companies. But the thing is, okay, so Dutch companies. I don't live in the Netherlands. My mum lived in the Netherlands, so I'm the person who is legally responsible to take care of everything. I mean, my aunt is as well, but technically, it's just me. So I contact all like her old like providers and stuff to cancel the account she had, etc. But none of these stupid companies allow for you to have an international address. Oh. Like, I can't even contact them without having a Dutch address. I'm like, dude, I don't live in the Netherlands.
Surely people who don't live in the Netherlands must have, like, they must need to get in contact with them on occasion.
Well, that's the thing. It must happen. And I was like, yeah, we know. It's very difficult. Like, please try calling our service and blood. Now, if there's one thing I don't want to do, it's bloody calling them, because I prefer having everything
in writing.
Yeah. So I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. But you know, so the one place, thankfully, that did have a place for international bank accounts was the bank.
Good.
They at least understand that. A lot of the time, people inherit like things while they don't live in the country anymore. But yeah. it's so stupid. So what I had to do is, like, if I contacted any of these places, I've used my aunt's address.
Yeah.
And phone number, and like she knows as well, so sometimes she gets letters. And
Well,
like,
I mean, so they're gonna start chasing her for the modem.
I have warned her, and I said if
Okay,
if
good.
that happens, do let me know, and I'll have a nice shouty match at them because they know. I've let them know I don't have the modem.
Boy, oh boy, I'm looking forward to that one.
Oh, dude, like my aunt could get really, really mad with these people.
Oh yeah, no, I know. Your aunt can be frightening when she's mad. Sort of a family thing.
Dude, you haven't really seen me mad that often.
No, but I've seen you mad at people who aren't me on the whole.
Primarily my mom.
Primarily your mom. Yeah. I'm gonna say that. But yeah, I've seen you mad at people. You get really. I get
really, really horrible.
I wasn't gonna say horrible. You get.
The good news is it takes an awful lot for me to get mad.
I mean, it does. It does. You don't. You're not just randomly evil. But when something pisses you off, you get really smart.
Yeah, suddenly I gain intellect. It's really weird. Like I'm pretty bloody stupid the rest of the time. It's like
the opposite of the berserker buff.
Yes, I just get int buff.
Yeah. Like oh no, she's mad. Plus 5 intellect.
Yes, it's really. Oh, it's true though.
Yeah, it's yeah. Like I don't hate it, but at the same time, I would like not to see it.
You have not.
No,
really...
I don't. No, I don't.
Have you? No, you really haven't, have you? Like
you don't get mad at me.
No.
Like not properly mad.
I guess that's snarky.
Yeah, that's like. Oh my god, you're being a butt, kind of normal stuff. But actual mad? No, not so much. No, I haven't at all. I just, like I said, I've seen it with other people. For good reason, obviously. Obviously. She clarified.
Usually you kind of have to, I don't know, like, step on my dog on purpose. Like.
Yes, that escalated quickly. Yeah, I mean, yeah, or...
Nobody has been that stupid.
Nobody's been that dumb. Why would anyone deliberately step on our dogs? I don't want to know. But yeah. I'm not looking for... But yeah, your aunt can be pretty... Her eyes get all, like, beady and narrow. Like, you can just see. Suddenly they're, like, squinty, and it's like, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, she mad.
It's true. Yeah, that definitely runs in the family, though.
Yes.
The squinty beady eyes, I guess, as well.
Maybe yes. Yes, actually, very much so.
I'm gonna ignore that really mean comment she just said.
What?
You're not supposed to agree with that.
Oh, no. Nobody in your family has squinty beady eyes. Absolutely not. I can't believe you'd suggest such a thing. I wasn't talking about you. Because then the other person in your family who gets squinty beady eyes is Tim's mother. But she's not related to you.
I was gonna say.
She still gets squinty beady eyes though, when she's
does.
mad. But yeah.
But I'm not here to trash talk my family.
No! I am.
Yeah, you're allowed. This is why they don't like us. No, I'm joking. They do like us.
They do. Not.
They do.
Somebody doesn't like me. Because I'm English and she wants to be. For some reason.
Yeah.
So bizarre. Anyway, like you said, we're not here to trash talk anybody's family, in fact.
No, but one of my family members is obsessed with everything English, and that's a bit weird to me.
It's very strange.
Like, she has, like the royal house, like, cookie tins in the house. And, like, all respect to her. I'm like, you do you.
Like,
but to me, that's weird.
Celebrating the birth of the prince.
Yeah.
What's his name? Baby Georgie. What's his poo?
Yeah. I'm like, okay,
Just,
cool.
You know, fine and all. I mean, I think we've still got the drinky bottle things. The
drinky bottle things.
No, you know what I mean.
Sounds like we have some problems.
That's not what I meant. You know the Carvan Servatam bottles.
Oh yeah,
the cordial bottles that
they
came
were just
out
cool
with,
designs.
the limited edition ones.
It's not like they're selling faces on
your
them.
king was
Yeah, when we
Crowned,
got... Yeah.
coronated.
Yeah.
I don't know what the word is.
Did you say cremated?
I said coronated.
Oh.
It's just as wrong, but it's less fatal. They're implying that you somehow cremated your king. That seems a little
that does
treasonous.
happen, I guess, eventually.
Really?
They'll actually probably get buried.
Really treasonous, actually. Thank you. But yeah. So. But yeah, we've still got those design packets. But that's because we were literally living in the country when an event happened and we bought the packaging and we thought it was cool and we kept it.
Yeah.
She has presumably had somebody from England to send her the tin.
It might have been that she was in England.
Really?
Although I do think actually it might have been family.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Either way.
We think it's weird.
We're not trash talking anybody, but we do think it's weird. Especially that it's on display.
Yeah.
Like our tins are in a cupboard somewhere.
Yeah.
But again, I mean, I'm not here to...
Also, to talk about the artwork I'm currently working on.
Yes,
you
please
maybe
do.
go like, wow, what's this? Yeah, I'm working on the design for my January stickers because, like I said, my sticker place has such a ridiculously long delivery turnarounds that I have to do it now. Like, it's almost as bad as pin production.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna...
Ripping noises.
You did take me by surprise for a second.
So sorry. Friend. Oh, that's way more chocolate than I intended to break off.
Well, you
Not
don't have
a
to eat it
problem.
all.
Oh, I do. Look, see, it came out of the packet. Now it's all dirty. What?
Nah.
Don't at me.
But yeah.
Yeah.
Now, families are fun like that.
Families are fun. We were talking about internet providers.
Yes.
Why actually were we talking about internet providers in the first place?
Because I was talking about Sky because of the post office. This is one of the things I do like about the post office. You hear the most ridiculous stories.
Yeah.
Like, oh my god.
And then you bring them home to me and I love it. You're like, you will never guess. And I am here for it.
Like, the guys at the post office are usually, like, really involved in stories. Like, he was properly trash-talking Sky. Like, I know they're horrible, and I just, they keep losing mail, and like...
Well, presumably he hears about that.
Yeah.
Because people assume he lost the mail.
There was also this lady today I was really annoyed because she wanted Christmas stamps, but non-religious ones.
What?
They
Hang on.
didn't have any. I'm like, dude,
Did
Christmas
she
kinda...
Did she actually ask for non-religious Christmas stamps?
Yes, he did. I mean, they basically was like, oh yeah, like Christmas stamps, and so he goes to get the Christmas. Like, yeah, non-religious one. He's like, regular stamps it is.
I mean, do we have like seasonal winter-themed stamps?
You guys don't, and it's really bloody weird to me.
Well, I don't really get it. As a non-Christian.
I think it's a bit douchey.
Yeah, but I mean...
You can still send New Year cards, but that's the thing for me, like...
I mean, sometimes we get perfectly nice winter stamps that aren't Christmassy, though, actually, that said.
Yeah, like, why can't you have, like, really cool, like, I don't know, Robin and
I
stuff?
personally, yeah, I like the ones that aren't... They don't have little baby G on them. I'm not a big little baby G fan.
It's often, like, I just often don't like the artworks they pick. Like, this year's as well, it's like...
I don't know what it looks like this year.
Dude, you've seen my... I don't have any...
Oh,
idea.
wait, those ones. Yeah, no. I mean, yeah, if they picked better art, it would be okay. Because, I mean, it's not like I hate the... Religious art can be really beautiful.
Yeah, exactly. It can be stunning.
Yeah.
But again.
I mean, it's the world's greatest fan art project, I guess.
Yeah.
Although I shouldn't say that because it makes me sound kind of controversial. But I'm not an religion person. Not that one, anyway. So, you know. I know you know. I was just being generally, you know-y.
You know.
You know. Yeah, my own not my own religion. I didn't make it up. You know, like, oh jeez. Stop talking. Anyway, about that. Yeah, so religious art can be really pretty, but the art that they pick for the stamps is so often like the royalty-free
Yes! that's
alternative to nice artwork.
Oh, that's the best way of describing it, honestly.
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, it really is, though.
I don't know. It would be nice if it would be more better.
Yeah, no,
Like,
for sure.
Yeah. These sunflowers are so small. I keep picking the sunflowers,
Is
expecting
it like
them to
the
be...
baby sunflowers that we grew? Like,
Yeah, like the dwarf sunflowers.
Yeah.
You know, ours. Actually, I can't tell because I grew ours inside the water butt. Like, not inside the water butt. Our water
they're
butt.
aqua sunflowers.
You know, our water butt has a little planter on top of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I grew some mini dwarf sunflowers on top of that.
Yeah.
For the clarification purposes. But no, I swear it's hard to tell because ours, of course, started out at like chest height already.
Yeah.
Because they had the advantage of sitting on top of a water butt.
Yeah.
But these ones, they feel smaller than our dwarf sunflowers. This one's a little taller, but still just...
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It feels like it's missing something.
Yeah, they look
These
kind
are
of
tiny.
anemic.
They're
They look
so
like anemic sunflower.
small.
Wait, do they not have any like yellow on them? Or, like...
I'm assuming that because it's the middle of winter.
Oh.
Because...
Well, try it. Can you see what they look like in summer?
No.
Oh.
I'm just going to put them there and they'll grow. But yeah, I say it's the middle of winter. It's like the first day of... Oh no, it's day 2 of... How is it day 2 of spring?
Well.
Was it day 2 of spring? I started on day 1.
Uh-oh.
That's weird. Is that why everyone's hungry? Have I somehow at some point let the time just go
Oh,
by?
dear.
Oh, that fucking greenhouse looks really pretty.
Yeah, I love it. I
Look
want
at
it.
It's really, I like that a lot. I'm
Yeah.
just gonna take... I don't like the fact that the roof looks kind of janky. Maybe I'll nip that in a bit so it's not... It hasn't got the usual overhang, ledgy type thing going on. Should I do... Oops. Let's not do that, though. Let's do that. Actually, yeah, you know what? I like that, okay. That looks fine. What do you think?
Let me have a look. Oh, I like that. Yeah, that will
without
look fine.
without the extra overhang
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah, no, that looks cute. Cuter. I like that. I want that. That one. That's what I want.
Yeah,
Chairs inside.
I'm also desperate to get the pins that this design is to go with because
Yeah.
they are 6 centimeter. They are dinner plates, those pins. And I've seen previews, but I just wish to hold.
Yeah. I'm really stoked for those pins. I think they look really gorgeous.
Yeah, they're my January pin club pins. I said that before, but
Yeah.
like...
But I get to hold them earlier than other
Mhm.
people, and I like that
Yeah.
about being your girlfriend. Makes up for a lot.
Wow! Oh yeah, well, you know, on that note, goodbye.
No.
I'm joking.
Screech.
No, yesterday I discovered this pencil, and actually it's really nice to sketch with.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. It's a...
Let me go check the stream so I can see what you're sketching.
you can't tell.
Yeah, I can.
Yeah.
See?
I was talking about the pencil, it's the
Oh.
design pencil.
Yeah, well, I don't use Clip Studio Paint. I use Procreate, so...
I like how low the rating of Clip Studio Paint on the Apple Store is.
Oh, is it low?
Yeah.
I guess, I mean...
I don't think, like, basically, if you just use it... If you don't keep importing between, like, a PC and an iPad, I wouldn't use Clip
No.
Studio.
Well, and also because, I mean, if I think about... It's not that I say I don't use it. I basically, because I'm not familiar with Clip Studio Paint,
Yeah.
it takes me ages to kind of have to familiarise myself every single time I use
Yeah.
it. I have used it in the past, and I've created stuff that I've been really pleased with in it. Including a metric ton of stuff that I've never uploaded.
No, because that's
it's
just
not
your
done,
jam.
and that's how I do it, and yeah. Like... when I was doing the Cineta version of Ayan, for example.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I guess I'm really proud of it. It's not finished. It never will be. But that was Clip Studio Paint.
Yeah.
But every time I have to use it, and I haven't drawn for a while, I have to kind of relearn how to use it.
Yeah.
And I haven't got a default brush that I can just pick up as well, like in Procreate. I have that very specific pencil that I use for my line art, my sketching, my colouring, everything, and it just works.
Yeah.
But yeah, given what everything else, particularly on the iPad, feels like, it like everything else has like an app kind of feeling. Like Procreate feels like an app. It doesn't feel like a PC drawing program.
Yeah.
Whereas Clip Studio Paint really feels on the iPad like a program.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm running something almost like in a like virtual PC type form. Like is that like what's the official term for doing that?
Oh God, what is it? It's like
emulating? Is that the word I'm looking for?
Yeah, it is emulating it. Yeah.
But yeah, I kind of feel like I'm emulating.
You really are though. Like
on
it's,
it so I can understand why, even if the program itself works well, why people would be like, oh, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Because also, I mean, you have to pull out the tray to kind of do like... you were the person who told me a load of shortcuts.
Yeah.
Like pulling out the tray that help, like, so you can press the buttons so that you can tap the eyedropper and everything.
It's so stupid, like, it's hidden, the way that's hidden there, yeah.
So without having to really research a whole load of stuff, that's kind of...
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. Thank you. Procreate just works. Clip Studio Paint is great, but it feels just PC-ish. But I also totally understand why people don't like Procreate. Like, you don't like Procreate.
The primary reason I don't like Procreate is because I don't know how it calculates your brush strokes, but it's not one-on-one. Like, I've always had that.
It works for me because I'm bad at drawings. So there. Yeah, I don't get it. Like, but then I've had to tweak that one brush that I use, that singular brush, that I've got it exactly the way I want it.
Yeah.
I had to tweak that for like about 3 months.
Yeah.
Before it got to the point where I was using it for literally everything. So, I don't know what I've done to it, but I've made it right.
Yeah.
I have fixed it. And now I love it.
Yeah.
Let's fixed it, not fix it in. Ain't no stinking denture. Well, it's been half an hour again. It's time to save.
Yeah. I'll soon have to stop.
Whoa, but I'm building this house.
Yeah, I know. You get to build more tomorrow. Gonna do more of this tomorrow.
Ooh.
In case you forgot.
I forgot.
Like, I really want to try Procreate again, but I'm also extremely lazy and I don't feel like emptying my iPad right now.
Emptying? Oh yeah, good point. Well, I mean, I've told you could do it on my iPad if you want.
Yeah,
and then
I really
copy my
want to
settings.
try it. Like,
but then you're always like, oh, your iPad doesn't like me. Your iPad doesn't welcome me.
It doesn't!
No, it's true. My iPad...
It really doesn't like me.
kind of rejects you.
But then again, my iPad doesn't seem to like you, so it's fair.
This is true. Your iPad is.
Even though technically they share the same sort. Oh god.
Yeah, we're on the same account.
Does that mean we've sundered it? Your account.
Yes, my account soul is now in 2 places at once.
It's just I still love it whenever your mum wants to FaceTime, and you guys forget to tell me, and I suddenly get like this FaceTime like.
Very rarely
message.
does my mother FaceTime with me, but yes. For
yeah,
a brief time we were trying it, and yeah.
If she doesn't like it.
It freaked you out. I don't like FaceTiming with anybody. I like that I'm streaming now, but I'm like, I don't like talking to people. I don't like FaceTiming. I don't like
But you're really
chatting.
good at screaming into the void. Not as good as I am, I guess.
Thank you.
You don't spam. I mean, you're... And by that I mean, like, I like to type things on Twitter.
You do.
And now I'm like, oh yeah, shit, other people can read this.
Yeah, generally I have to remind you of the fact that, that thing you said, you know, people can see that, right?
I'm like, oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I'm like, are you going to think about what you just said?
No.
Largely about me. Just spilling all my personals all over the place.
Wow.
Oh, that's funny. We laugh. We don't. We don't laugh.
You make me sound like a horrible person who's like saying awful things about you on social media.
Touché, monsieur le pussycat!
I do not.
Yeah, no, but
Give me an example.
do you remember the other week when on the stream you made it sound like I was a horrible person?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well now...
You clarified that you weren't.
Maybe I am. Oh, bumfuckery.
But now I do feel like I need to get the hang of Procreate, because then I can say before I continue. What the hell have you done? Why are you like whiny?
I did a swear. No, because I thought that this path was really cute, but I didn't realise that underneath the grid it's got all these joinery malarkeys. I don't like none of that. No. Fuck it. I can't take it back. No. Oh, Tiri's asleep and twitching, just for the record.
For clarification, she's asleep in your hoodie.
Yes, sorry, the dog is asleep on my lap. Twitching. And it's great. It's very... distracting, for one thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really cute. Yeah, that'll do. Whee! Doo, doo, doo. This is an ugly path, isn't it? Yeah. Yes, it is. Sorry, I'll stop being weird.
But yeah, as I was saying with Procreate, like one
Yes.
of the nice things I think is that you can get your screen recordings really easily.
Yeah, that is true. Mm-hmm.
Which is something I'm quite envious of.
Ooh.
I mean, like, okay, sure enough, I'm streaming now, so that makes life a little bit easier, but...
I mean, yeah, before you were streaming, I could understand being a little bit more...
Yeah.
But yeah. Speaking of streaming, at some point we'll set up a YouTube channel.
Yeah, for all the VoDs
for the
and stuff.
VoDs when they fall off Twitch, so that it's kind of somewhere. Yeah, and we'll link that probably on our profile once it's up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and speaking of tomorrow's stream, I was thinking about maybe dipping my toes back into Skyrim.
You're gonna at least create your character before the stream?
I will create my character before the stream, yes, dear God. Oh boy, yes I will. I'm not doing that to anybody. Oh man, yeah. So yeah, no, I'm thinking about starting that. I mean, it's been such a long time, though.
Yeah.
Like, a long time. So I don't know if I'll remember anything.
It's probably a good thing,
Yeah,
honestly,
probably
if you
is.
don't remember things. Like,
Yeah.
it's like a whole new game again.
Yeah, honestly. Because it's been... And the last time I played it, I was feverish.
Were you?
Yeah, the main reason I spent like hours on it, because I couldn't actually move anywhere except like from bed to the PC chair.
Was that here? Yeah, it was
Yeah,
here.
that was
wasn't
here. It was back when my PC was over
God!
on that side.
Yeah.
And like I was just sitting kind of like propped against the wall in my chair.
Yeah, you were so
with
sick.
like Lemsip and Skyrim.
Dude,
So-
that was like one of the few times I got sick too with that
Mm.
bloody bug.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
that was
normally
miserable.
we don't really get that badly sick.
No, we...
Like, and you certainly don't.
no, I don't even know about the
Yeah,
last time.
you bring stuff back to me and I get sick.
So what you're telling me is that I'm a patient zero type.
You are indeed a patient zero type. No, it's fine. You're this is back when you had your colleagues would bring their kiddie viruses.
Oh, yeah, they all had kids and they all
just-
went to different areas
yeah.
and they all just went into work when they were
Yeah.
sick.
And because I worked from home, I didn't get exposed to nearly as much stuff.
No.
So if you brought something back, I would inevitably get it.
Mhm.
because my immune system, I guess, was just less, inoculated. I didn't get like little tiny doses of various bits and pieces.
No, it's also when you didn't have like crochet and stuff.
Yes, I barely left the house. It's just like now.
Yeah,
Great.
like once you go back out in the world, you're just gonna get
I'm just gonna sick 24/7. But like that said, the last couple of conventions we went to, we didn't get con crud.
No, we didn't.
Like I think after KupoCon, I got sick for maybe like 2 days.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really like sick. It was just like I felt a bit under the weather.
Yeah.
And that was partly because I've been working so hard beforehand to get everything sorted. So
Yeah.
I don't really know. It looks really ugly. Wow. Yeah, obviously, I don't know. Yeah. But why was I talking about that?
Because you were talking about Skyrim.
Oh yeah, Skyrim. But yeah, that was the last time I actually played it.
Hmm.
When I was literally, like I said, propped up against the wall. So the whole thing really feels like very much a fever dream.
Yeah, I have to admit, I mean, again, like I said, I haven't played Final Fantasy VII because that's how I played most of Final Fantasy VII. Like, all the weapon fights.
Yeah.
So imagine my absolute delight when Final Fantasy XIV was all like, hey, check out these awesome weapons! I'm like, oh god, I just feel sick. Like, I just have this association because I so rarely get sick as well.
Yeah.
That was
when
of the
you
few...
do get sick, it tends to be pretty
bad. Like, also, like, pretty often, like, okay. As a child, if I got a fever, often my mum would have to call the GP to come and visit. Because I would be so sick. Yeah, with kids as well, you always need to be more careful, don't you? Like, if they run a really high temperature, you basically call the doctor.
Yeah.
I just remember, like, being so miserable and, like, lying on the sofa and the GP coming over and, like... there's just something as a child, like, with knowing that the doctor is gonna visit.
Yeah.
It was awful. Just awful. It left me somewhat traumatized.
No, totally. I mean, that makes so much sense, though. Like... Oh, sorry. The dog has made my leg go numb. It's, like, making me sit in a really awkward position to keep her from sliding off my lap. I can't feel my foot.
Have you occurred removing...
I can't do that.
This is a real problem we have in this house. Like, you will never remove the dog.
No, I can't just eat her. She's comfy. It's mean. What kind of a monster do you take me for?
Well.
What? No, rude. Wow, what? But yeah, Skyrim. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. I don't really remember much about it, but yeah, the reason I played so much Skyrim at that point was because that was how I saw the world. From my PC. I think I was sick for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, something like that.
Yeah, you were like
that was
properly
really
like...
bad. That was.
And then your mum got it.
Did she?
She did.
Oh, crikey.
And then you had to like look after her.
I did. Actually, no. Didn't I get it off her that time?
Maybe.
Because I know there was at least one time when she got sick and I had to look after her. And then I got sick. But that might have been a different time. I don't think she was bedridden, though.
No, she wasn't bedridden. She was just very sick. I don't think... I mean, I just remember, like, the last time I got properly bedridden levels of sick must have been when I was 20. So we're talking about 13 years ago. Like when I really couldn't leave the bed. You weren't around.
Oh, was that back when I was back in the UK?
Yeah, my internship was gonna start.
Yes, God,
but and the weekend before it, I got so bloody sick.
I remember feeling awful that I couldn't be there to help you.
Yeah, how was this the worst? I was like, dude, what the hell?
Yeah.
And I also had no food. Because my housemate had eaten all my emergency food, as usual.
Yeah.
Like...
Those guys. Those crazy guys. So crazy. Such guys.
Oh.
Such Dutch furries.
No, there wasn't a
Different
Denny's.
housemates?
Dude, yours.
Oh, yours did. Oh, that guy. Wait. Your internship. Oh, yeah, your internship. You know, when you said internship, I thought you meant that thing. Yeah, no, God, that was longer than 13 years ago, wasn't it?
No, that was 13 years ago.
Dude.
Oh, you know, I mean, that's the other time, like, back when, the second time I got really sick was when my lungs just basically
Oh, yeah, no, but
just
that was when we lived
died.
in Utrecht. And
Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't there for half of that either, because I was back in the bloody UK.
Yeah.
But then I did come back.
Yeah.
To the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And, yeah. That was... Yeah, no, your lungs are not good. Which is, of course, something that we all love to hear. In this day and age.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, I'm really high risk. So you know what? I just kind of decided I'm just going to lock myself indoors for as much as I can.
Yeah. Except when I make you go to the post office.
You don't make me to the post office, my customers. Oh my god, it's like, my customers are killing me. No, I'm joking.
I was going to say, wow, that seems...
That's joking. I'm joking.
That seems
rude. Technically, I could actually do everything by printing my own labels except for the tracking. But I prefer not to.
Yeah.
I still prefer to go to the post office because generally speaking that mail gets delivered a lot faster.
Yeah, that's true.
So I'm like, no, it's not worth it. I'll just
die, apparently.
Oh my god.
No, it's okay.
No, because I'm self-employed, I can just go whenever.
Yeah.
To the post office, and generally speaking, I also know what the best times are to go.
That's true.
Because the guys will tell me.
Yeah. Which is nice. I mean, I'm forever grateful, honestly, to the fact that, like, whilst this year has been difficult, because, you know, the income obviously is less guaranteed. You don't have to go into the office.
Yeah, like I would have caught it if I still had to go to that job. Like there is no way with those people there that I wouldn't have managed to get it.
No, which is just frightening, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. And I wouldn't have been able to afford quitting.
No. But no, the whole redundancy thing came at just the right time, really. Much as I think I've said that a lot this year. I always feel really guilty about saying it because it feels like such a dickish thing to say. But all the bad things that have happened, like last year,
have kind of worked out.
They've kind of ended up being a little bit silver lining-y.
Yeah, for sure.
Because like.
But one could argue that that's because we made the best out of things.
I suppose one could do. I mean, that's a good attitude to have, honestly.
Like we were very much like, okay, so how are we gonna handle this?
Yeah, true. Look at us now. We're yapping on stream about stuff. That's another way of handling it, right?
Yeah.
Talking about it in public. But yeah. It's okay.
I'm gonna be typing.
Typing? Oh no. A poem.
I think I'm done.
Oh.
I'm just sharing the pain with somebody else who's waiting for their Emmy figurine.
Oh, I see that pain. Yes, the Emmy pain.
So yeah, we're waiting for like the thing is, okay, so the figurine is in the UK, but import fees have to be paid. Yeah. And I know full well how much you have to pay, but you have to wait for the letter to arrive because it's with parcel force.
Yeah.
And that letter is not going to arrive for another 2 weeks. Like I remember when we bought BJD and we were just so happy because it arrived so quickly. We were expecting like weeks because I think the first time it took that long.
Yeah, it did.
But around this time of the year, in the middle of a pandemic, I'm really not expecting it.
No, really. Yeah, no, I remember how long it took to get the letter from the BJD. Like, the shipping was like, it's in the country. And I was like, yay! My precious thing that I saved up for and, like, treated myself to, and
Yeah, exactly. Oh, so yeah, never.
By the time it actually arrived, I'd practically forgotten I was going to get it. It was a surprise.
That's also the thing, like, I'm waiting for,
I don't know what you pay them for. Because it sure as shit isn't doing that.
No, like, at least with Royal Milk, I'm like, okay, well, you have to check it. And these guys, they know beforehand how much the bloody thing costs.
It's not like it comes as a surprise to them. Actually, this is looking pretty cute.
But then again, FedEx is like, yeah, hey, we paid it, like, beforehand, so you have to pay us, like, 18 quid extra. I'm like, dude, you could just have told me how much you have to pay, and I'll pay you.
They don't tell you
Don't.
that it's there.
Don't.
They just pay it for you, and then go like, yeah, we saved you lots of time and effort, because you couldn't be asked to pay us. And it's like, but you didn't let me know.
No, there's like, yeah, sometimes we cannot wait for you to reply. It's like, no, you fucking can. If DHL can do it, UPS can do it, so can you, but like, no.
Also, it's not even that they have to wait. They just don't tell you that it's there at all. They don't say anything.
No.
It's not like, oh, you took too long to respond. It was like, oh yeah, we didn't tell you.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, like, I'd also get it if it actually slowed down my delivery, but it won't.
No, quite.
Because they are very set in their delivery times. Well, actually, FedEx... Yeah, FedEx is very set in their delivery times, unlike DHL, which is like, oh yeah, so we're gonna deliver it next Friday, and then I look at where it is, and it's like, it's gonna be tomorrow, isn't it? And I was like, oh yeah, sorry, we're delivering it tomorrow. I'm like, fuck you.
Yep. Next Friday. Oh yeah, by the way, it was here and you didn't pick it up. Like, you weren't around. We took it back to our depot.
Oh my god, don't even. Well, if I sometimes... The thing is, though, like, for all my complaining, like, compared to the Netherlands, we have a fantastic system for international packages. Like, a friend of mine, like, she's had one package sent, like, back 3 times now from the US.
Yeah.
Because Dutch, like, the Dutch mailing system just won't let her know that there are already customs to pay. And she's like, just send it to me.
It's so frustrating.
It's horrible, like...
It just surprises me, actually, that you have a country that you run.
Oh yeah,
and
well...
this happened.
No, but legitimately, what is it, like TNT?
Yeah.
We know how much we hate them, right?
Yes.
I mean, everybody in the UK hates them.
Do they?
Yes, they do.
Do they?
I mean, that's our Dutch... That's was originally the Dutch.
Yeah.
Basically, what happened... got privatized.
Oh, well, that's the death of everything, isn't it?
So it's
privatization.
Yeah, like massively, and also they don't employ basically all their staff. Sorry, I shouldn't say all. The majority of their staff works on 0-hour freelance. They are treated as freelancers.
Jeez.
On 0-hour contracts.
That seems...
It's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
There's a reason why it's so fucking bad.
Yeah.
And then if you keep in mind the ridiculous price tags that they're asking as well.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, large letters are not a thing in the in the Netherlands. Like, you have letter and you have package.
Of course.
They're like anything like charms or pins, you're just gonna have to send us a package.
Every time you say package like that, I assume you spell it with a D and a J. Package.
A package.
A package.
Pigeon.
Package.
Package.
Pigeon. No.
Like that Snow White gif, like her face pressed against the
yes,
window.
Exactly
that's
like that.
That's what you think.
Yeah,
that's correct, honestly. That's kind of what's going on in my brain every time I mention that. So, you know.
Exactly. Good. I'm glad we had this talk. Yeah, sorry, carry on. Yeah, there's going to be a spitting fish fountain in this greenhouse if it's the last thing I do.
Well.
It might well be. Be prepared.
I should probably call it a day shortly because it's...
You're probably right.
It's,
damn it.
Yeah, I'm also having a good time, but
yes,
you know.
Also I couldn't fit the spitting fish fountain in, and now I'm sad. It
oh,
can go
that's
outside.
actually really tragic. Like,
it's fine. It can go outside. I'll deal. I'm a brave girl. I can cope. Nah, you know what? I really want that in the greenhouse. It's cute. This needs to go in there. I'm gonna have to get this to work. You know what? I can take out the dog. And the cat.
You just gotta take it out to the back and shoot it?
Jesus, it's a topiary.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not looking at your screen. All I was like, well, the dog will just have to go. Sorry. Sorry, Fido.
Sorry, Fido, your time has come. Wow. Yeah, fair. Life's hard. Can I move that? Oh, I can put that indoors, huh? Cool. I didn't even know
God,
that.
I really hope that my foil prints arrive this week.
Oh, same. Yes. God, that is so exciting.
Like, people are talking about framing them, like, oh no, my art on walls.
Oh, but that's so exciting, though. God, I can only imagine how cool that must feel.
Yeah, I
You know,
just
when
love
you get over the fear.
Yeah, I just hope they turn out well. I mean, technically, there's not much they can fuck up, but that actually makes me fear more.
Yeah.
Because they're such simple, like, if they get the foiling wrong,
That's
the
true.
entire thing is wrong.
Yeah. Well, let's just hope that they don't.
No. And I also just want an update on my rainbow play pin, but that's not related.
Well, all of these things, all of the above.
I just know they're really busy and I don't want to bug Cherry too much, but also give me updates.
Yeah, I know what you said.
I just really hope that those Voliver pins are as good as they look.
Yes. Oh, I'm just...
The concept of possibly being able to send those bloody pins out like later this month is
ones.
too much for me.
Yeah.
They're gonna get lost in the mail now, but that's
Oh,
not the point.
absolutely.
Maybe I should send them out in January, actually. I may just do that after the Christmas rush.
That's a good
what's
point,
another
actually.
couple of weeks at
Wow.
this point?
Jeez.
Yeah. At least I can let everybody know. And I have to draw pre-order bonuses still.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
course.
I'll probably do some marker art for everybody at this point.
Ooh, that would
Because
be
I
cool.
was gonna do like traditional drawing, so I'm just gonna do little cards.
I like that idea. Oh, that's gonna be cute.
Because everybody has been so patient with those
They
pins.
have, yeah.
Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do if these are not right out.
Let's not think like that. Yes.
Yeah, let's not think like that, because that's
I
never
love
happened
this.
before.
No,
Right?
quite. Look at it, look at it, look at it.
Oh, that's so cute!
Right?
Oh my god, okay,
I
yeah,
love
that
it.
looks really
Thank
cute.
you very much. See, I moved the dog topiary over here.
I really want this house.
Yeah, same actually.
Purple and
The
all.
more I make it, the more I like kind of love it. Like it's a little bit less overgrown than I would like, but you know,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna look a gift house in the mouth.
no, quite.
If it like came into bed with me, I wouldn't kick it out. Let's put it that way.
Noble.
Yeah, you know me.
Oh my god.
As long as it's a lady house.
Oh no, I'm in for trouble. I have competition.
Yes, competition for my house.
Are you trying to ask me out, Patreon? Like, are you free December 10th? Come to the lab. Community connections. No, bye. Do you not get those emails from Patreon?
I don't think Patreon thinks I'm worth enough. Did I make like $4 max at one point? I don't. My Patreon is not a bustling hub. It's a slow roll of art, and one of my supporters is you.
I like to support my
I know
girlfriend.
you like to support me, but you're basically spending like money to support me.
Yeah, well. I work in mysterious ways.
Yeah, that you definitely. A yup. You definitely do something mysteriously.
Alright, well, are you ready to call it a day? Because...
I'm gonna say at this point, yeah. Yes. Oh, actually, before I do, let's save. And I will give a brief stream tour of the house that I've been working on.
yes, do
slowly, bit by bit. It's not finished yet, but I'm sure there's a better way of getting back to the map, but I haven't found it yet.
Pro
Let's
streamer.
Go. Dude,
I was joking. Don't get all like dude with me.
Don't be so mean to me. It's just because I'm not very good at The Sims. Or video games. Or life. This is supposed to be casual stream. You're not supposed to be all like
That's why.
critiquing my... Oh, I see
T-shirt.
she's taken the baby out of the paddling pool. That's at least some small comfort.
It took me but for a second I was confused, like, who did what?
She's now making burgers. What have you done with the baby? actually. What's on the grill, lady? Anyway, so I'm gonna pause that because, yeah. So here we have this is supposed to be like a modern house. Super modern. This is where I end up sounding like a small child telling you what I built in my bedroom or something.
Or like taking
Showing you
somebody
what I
on
did
their
in the
Minecraft,
toilet.
like, look what I built in Minecraft.
Yeah, look what I built in Minecraft. And yeah, so here's our village. Anyway, so this is modernist house. I'm gonna stop making the voice. But yeah, so it's supposed to be like a really modern type with them. And I was essentially modeling it on the family who I would have hated had they been still a child. Particularly the children.
Yeah,
I have nothing against the parents, although I think she is actually, yeah, her aspiration is to be public enemy. So she is the villain, the villain of our piece. Like Payu is small for her compared to her.
Yeah.
Anyway, so they live in this big ass fancy ass house, which is indeed 2 shades of yellow and green.
Yeah.
To match them, because she's all lemony and he's all limey.
Yeah.
Tra-la. Anyway, so we've got our modernist garden with the barbecue and the patio and all that, which I tried to make very, modern. Yay. There's also like a little sheddy thing, which I haven't furnished yet, but and of course they have a hot tub, because of course they have a hot tub. Yeah, and I haven't furnished most of this bit yet, but there's a little entranceway, and you go in through here, and there's the hallway here with like modern type furniture, and I don't know, I was feeling a little uninspired. Some of the rooms have slightly less super modern furniture.
They're like inherited, like...
Let's say they're inherited. Yeah, it's not just because I don't have enough furniture in some cases.
Or did she steal them?
I don't think she stole them.
She's
Maybe she did. She is a villain.
Maybe she stole them from people and she keeps it like her trophy room.
Yeah, you know what? We're going to go with that. There's a potty on the floor here. She has a small child. She's probably not grilling him, I hope. She might have left him upstairs alone in the paddling pool. I don't know. There's going to be like a breakfast nook type dining area here, because of course there is. Kitchen's going to be around here somewhere. Living room is actually surprisingly small, but that's okay, because it's going to be sort of like, that kind of interim space that rich people tend to have. And then up the stairs as well is going to be like sort of your interim space, and then his office type space is here. It's denoted by this desk and this liquor cabinet.
I mean, that's very important.
Because desks and liquor cabinets are pretty much what I believe is in every single person's office. Certainly,
doesn't make a very good office then, does it?
Well, rich people offices, it's got a desk in it and it's got a liquor cabinet in it.
Yeah, no.
That makes it an A1 office.
Yeah, no, it does.
To me. And there's going to be sort of your bathroom spa type thing in here. I put a bathtub in and that's about it. There's some rugs. I put rugs down. I went kind of ham on the rugs earlier on. And then this is the first floor balcony thing. There's like a treadmill on it because, again, of course there is.
Very fair again, like,
Yeah, exactly. Lots of modern plants. They're probably plastic. Because she likes the look of them, but she doesn't like looking after them. I kind of headcanon that she's not a big fan of plants.
Yeah, that does make her a villain, correct.
Quite. And then I spent most of the time decorating the kids' rooms in a way that I would be jealous of.
Yeah, like, that rich kid that you just...
Yeah, they're just the rich kid who has, like, literally everything. 5
Yeah,
teddy
you got,
bears,
like...
the size of their entire self.
Yeah.
Yeah. So his, the older kid has an ensuite. The boy will just have to stuff it. It's fine, he's too young right now. By the time he gets older, maybe I'll build him one too. Or maybe not. Maybe he'll just have to, like, complain about it. No, she just left him upstairs. Like, he's hanging around next to the paddling pool. I might have to get CPS involved. We just don't know.
Well, it escalated rather quickly here.
Earlier on, she took him upstairs and put him straight in the paddling pool, and I'm judging. I am. But yeah, so this is the kids' the girl. What's her name? I forgot what her name is.
Oh
Yuzu.
God, what?
So they've got 2 kids, Yuzu
Oh, yeah.
and Pomelo. And the girl, the older kid, is Yuzu, and the
Mhm.
kid is Pomelo. Anyway, so she's got this whole balcony to herself. It's got a rainbow giraffe on it. I will admit, kind of jealous of the rainbow giraffe. There's a pool. It's a small one.
You want to talk about her toy horses?
But she has 2 toy horses. She also has like a wizardy chemistry set because, you know, dude, of course she does. She might be a girl, but it's not all dolls. I want to I'm hoping that she'll at least grow up half decent. But she has 2 toy horses. 2 pretty prancing Palomino pony toys. And a violin. And a dragon. And 3 dolls' houses because, you know, I'm giving her what I want. Still want. And then I was kind of trying to make like this cute little reading book nook type thing over here.
Oh yeah.
But I don't know, I don't think it really... I haven't quite finished that yet. But or I might leave it and decorate it more later. And then his room has still got toys everywhere because... let's pretend it's because he's a boy and not that it's just because I didn't put any shelves or tables down yet, so I haven't actually put anything away. But yeah. Anyway, so that was the house that I have done other stuff to. And so far, I quite like that one. And it's really difficult for me because I'm trying to make the houses way more interesting than I do normally. You know, as I've said before, I normally make them a box. And then I put all the things in one room. And then I, like, block off a corner, and that's the toilet and the shower.
And this is why I never became an architect.
And I never became an architect because I stink at maths. But yes, this is the other reason I never became an architect, because I can't build houses in The Sims. Yeah, absolutely. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Well, yeah. Anyway, so that's that.
Good. Good. Anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
I'm glad she wasn't grilling the baby.
Yeah, same.
That's pretty much all I have, I think, to say. If I'm honest.
I think that's enough.
I think so.
Well then, good night. We'll be back tomorrow at 8.
8 p.m?
Yeah,
8 p.m.
say
okay.
8. That will definitely be on there.
Cool. Yep. And I will be playing Skyrim, probably.
Most likely, yeah.
Most likely, yeah. I might decide last minute to carry on with The Sims, but most likely I'm gonna just, start with Skyrim. Just so I've got some variation.
Yeah, just
Something else
action.
to talk about. Yeah, exactly. Because this is fun, but, you know, I feel like people are probably gonna get really, really tired really quickly of me just yapping on about the same pieces of furniture not being purple every week.
Well, sometimes you complain about them not being green.
Yeah, that is true. Sometimes
You
they're
do
not green.
kind of spice it up.
Yeah, for a bit for me to keep it on the same lines every single time. Right, yes. Well,
And I'll continue with this image tomorrow.
cool. That's your, remind me, that's the sticker or the...
Yeah, that will be the sticker for the
January Pen
Patreon
Club.
rewards in January, yeah.
Cool.
It's gonna have cool shiny effects too, so...
I'm looking forward to seeing that.
Me too.
Huh.
I say. As if somebody else is gonna do it for me.
Well, you know.
Sometimes I wish that was the case.
Hmm.
Don't we all? Anyway, with that said, time to be off.
Thanks for
Have a wonderful night or day
watching.
or whatever is going. Yes, thank you for watching.
Have a wonderful